All right, guys, welcome in. Like they're talking about right now, guys, the weather is going to be a big factor in this game. They're expecting potentially 20-mile-per-hour winds and about an inch of rain for this game here in Baltimore today, guys. So if that holds true, we're expecting to not see too much of a kicking battle, and definitely if throwing into the wind could be a factor. I think I saw, though, the current wind speed out there is only 6 miles an hour. So that shouldn't be too bad. What up, Logan, Chad, Azo, Oak, welcome in, guys. Pardon me, I'm off camera just taking a dab real quick, getting started here. You know, got to get my mind right. All right, Mike. I'm sorry, apologize. I pulled my mic headset out, so apologize for the coughing there. What up, Eric? Welcome in, my guys. I'm going to blow my nose and we'll get started. Oh, I'm glad my mic was muted for that. My headset and everything fell, and I'm sure that would have been very loud in everyone's ears, so we're thankful for that. But all right, guys, with that being said, welcome back into another edition of Darwin's Raven. I'm your boy, a.k.a. Darwin's Raven, a.k.a. D-Rave, a.k.a. Levi. You can call me whatever you like. And I appreciate you for coming and joining us here, part of the Ravens flock today on this beautiful Sunday. Well, beautiful down here in Florida, not so beautiful up at M&T Bank Stadium. As we mentioned, this game's going to have a little bit of rain today. Might see some stronger winds here later in the day as well. So let's run over some inactives before we get started here today, guys. For the Rams, we've got Quentin Lake, Mason Crosby, and Tyler Higbee going to be some of the bigger injuries for the Rams today. If you followed us on, Wednesday or Thursday, we did our pregame show. Quentin Lake was mentioned a lot by our buddy, Payo Time, the LA Rams fan. Of course, we've got Mason Crosby and Tyler Higbee out as well for the Rams, so they were hoping to get their new kicker. And Tyler Higbee, an underrated tight end for the Rams, don't understate his importance to this game. And we're getting ready here for the kickoff by the Rams. We're expecting a touchback. And, he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Duvernay going down the right side, and nothing. Tackled at the 15, so gonna lose some yards on that one. But all right, with that, the Ravens offense coming out here. This is OBJ's first game back at the Rams Stadium, since the Super Bowl. And for anyone that hasn't really followed this game that much, if you don't know, OBJ is still part of the group chats of his Ram teammates. So there's been a little trash talking this week, a little fun here and there, and we're hoping to see a really good game between both these teams. Welcome in Monkey Joey, by the way. 1st and 10 here. First look for the Baltimore Ravens offense today. Ricard in motion. Going to be a handoff going left side. Edwards makes a cut and not much to gain. 3 yards on the play. Maybe could have had a few more yards if he cut back inside towards the middle, but we're waiting to see about that. Of course, one of the key things we're going to be watching today, guys, is our young second-year guy, Tyler Linderbaum. A lot of people say one of the best centers Baltimore's had in the past 10 years. And we've played the Rams a few times, so constantly the measuring stick for our centers, a.k.a. Ryan Jensen, has been Aaron Donald and the Rams. So we're looking to get that look at Tyler Linderbaum versus Aaron Donald today. 2nd and 7 here for the Ravens. Ricard in motion again. Looks like they're trying to keep that similar look. Jackson got a man in the backfield. That's Keaton Mitchell, and out of bounds at the line to gain. And first down. Rams defender pleading his case, saying, oh, come on, man. Yep. And I tried to warn you people about Keaton Mitchell in the preseason. I tried to. I can't believe he was an undrafted rookie free agent. Cannot believe it. So we're happy for that. Yeah, we just have to play our game today, Monkey Joey. 1st and 10 after the pickup by Keaton Mitchell. Strong formation right. Play action going to roll that way. That's Isaiah Likely, the CCU alum, and a good catch on the right side. And going to be just short of the line to gain, maybe about 3 yards. 13-30 and ticking out of bounds on the right side of the field. And, today, guys, we're not going to be drinking liquor today. We're going to be drinking. We've got 4 shots of espresso in this little cup. So that's what we're going to be drinking while we're calling the game today. 2nd and 3, 3:15 on the clock here. 15 minutes on the game clock. Baltimore putting Zay Flowers in motion now. Looks like they might finally pass it. Nope, inside handoff. That's Mitchell, and only a gain of 1 on the play, bringing up a 3rd and 2. But again, thank y'all for everyone for coming to join us so far today here on DarwinsRaven. If you don't know, you cannot take this Rams team lightly. They are on a 3-game win streak, and let me check my notes here. They have outscored their opponents 73-33 in that 3-game win streak. So do not count the Rams out of this game. 3rd and 2. Likely the man in motion for the Ravens. Gus Edwards going to get the handoff up the middle, and looked like he was going to get there, but the Rams rally and going to stop the Ravens just short. Let's watch this. Oh, Gus Edwards. I'm sorry, Isaiah Likely. He's got to be able to seal that side. Maybe it's an RPO design potentially. That's the only reason I can think of why Isaiah Likely didn't really seal the edge there. It looked like he was slipping the guy and going on a wheel. But got to get a hand on him. Just put one hand on him. Slow that guy down a little bit. Punt team out here. Jordan Stout. Punt is up. Oh! Gets hit. No flag, though. And Trammell able to make a few guys miss. And down at the 22-yard line. And it looked like the Ravens got bulldozed back into Jordan Stout on the punt. But like they said, no flag on the play. Technically, that's a good call because it's its own guy that runs into him. Looked like Aaron Donald and another Rams defender basically picked one guy on the interior and just pushed him all the way back into the punter. Very interesting. Honestly, we're going to... Hold on. I got to make a highlight clip note of that. Clip. First punt of the game. I'm trying to make note, guys, of some more clips. So I was talking to one of my buddies, Joe Stevens. Hey, we got Chimera and Michael1980 in the chat. Welcome, guys. I was talking to my boy Joe Stevens of Seahawks Talk this morning, and we were discussing like how to do clips and shorts and stuff like that and make sure we're staying compliant with, the different rules for the NFL and YouTube. And so we've came to the conclusion that we're able to use certain clips, like maybe in shorts from the NFL, but they has to stay under 10 seconds, I believe. I might even go a little shorter than that just to be extra safe because, what play goes 10 seconds in the NFL most of the time, Let's jump into the chat real quick while we're here on this commercial break. Michael 1980 says, Garmin, thank you for holding the Ravens flock down. Always a pleasure. A Chimera says, lost the #1 seed because Debo and McCaffrey. I'm sorry, Chimera. I know you're having a rough season right now. Oh, I don't even know if I set my fantasy football lineup. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Now I gotta go look. But yeah, so again, let's talk a little bit since we're still here on commercial break. So OBJ still in the group chats here with his Ram teammates. Been a little bit of shit talking going on here. I'm gonna verbatim quote OBJ on this. He credits McShay for brought me back to loving football and understanding professionalism and just being prepared. Hey, thank you, Buster B. Bussin, for the subscription, my guy. Ravens going to the Super Bowl. Hey, this might be our year. You're not wrong, though. Gamerzilla, welcome into the chat, guys. The bye week was super important for the Ravens. Week 13 bye, super late. Any Super Bowl team would pray for that. But we'll get back to a little bit of the stuff here. Rams up now here for the first offensive drive. 11:36 on the game clock. M&T Bank getting a little loud. 11 formation here, or personnel, I'm sorry, for the Rams. Run going left side. Solid run up the middle. And I'm guessing that's maybe 5 or 6. Keep an eye out. Steve Avila, the rookie, starting at left guard here for the Rams. But don't forget, Dotson, the right guard for the Rams, we discussed in our pregame show with Payo Time, actually playing as one of the best guards in the NFL right now. So Rams having outstanding guard play between the rookie and right guard Dotson. 2nd and 5 after the run by the Rams. Run going right. He's got some room, and oh my gosh. A first down, a large run by Williams. I got a fun stat here for Ram fans. Might be a heartbreaker for Raven fans. So whenever Puka Nacua, Kupp, and Kylan Williams, the running back, are all three on the field together, the Rams are averaging 6.9 yards per play, which is something you got to worry about a little bit there. And we'll get to what's going on right now with the Ravens defense here in just after this play. 1st and 10 after the run. I already know what's going wrong with the Ravens. Run going up the middle. Good cut by Williams and able to get about 3 yards on the play. Monkey Joey, a player 2 behind. I know I don't have like a normal cable subscription, and I don't know where to find this game other than, some certain sites. So I don't know how to get this game quicker. I bought Peacock. I've bought a few other streaming services to try to get access to some of the games quicker. It's also why I have the game cast up, but 2nd and 6. Kyren Williams with another run off the right side for another first down. And if you didn't know, I talked about in the pregame show a little bit that the Ravens have been struggling on the outside run defense a little bit. And it's showing right now, like really badly. And thank you, Chimera. I'm trying to get him out of my lineup right now, honestly. If there was a way, if y'all know a stream that like will do it better, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Oh, I can't. I got nothing. 1st and 10. Another solid run, maybe about 4 yards, and the Rams are just running it down the Ravens' throat right now. Oh my God. I don't even want to look at my fantasy team right now, Chimera. It's so bad. But so Malik Harrison out for this game, guys, for the Ravens, and we'll discuss on the next play how important that is actually for the Ravens. 2nd and 7. Ravens look like they're bringing pressure. It's going to be Nakua with a jet sweep gets to the outside and a strong truck to get to the first down. They're going to mark him, I think, just short, though. 3rd and inches, maybe. Third and 1 officially. But so what's going on, guys? The Ravens have been struggling outside run defense a little bit. So much that I've seen them use Malik Harrison, the 3rd string inside linebacker, on extra run packages. And especially lining him up on the outside. And that's a first down run by the Rams. And since he has been out lately, I'm telling you, when he's not there for the Ravens have struggled greatly at their run defense, especially on the outside edges. Basically, nobody knows Clowney for being a run stuffer. You know what I'm saying? Odafe Owe has always been kind of good, but, he's hot and cold. Like, as much as that breaks my heart. And that's why I'm a little scared of the Niners. Someone just said that in chat, actually. That's my one serious scare about the Niners. 1st and 10. That's Cup in motion. Going to be a handoff going right, though, and Ravens finally make a good stop, maybe about 2 yards, but there's a flag on the play. Steve-O Supremo says Niners 14-point spread now. What the? That's pretty cool, actually. I'm telling you, Steve-O, if Malik Harrison ain't in the game for us to help us with that run defense, we might really struggle against y'all. Look what the Rams are doing to us right now. And that's going to be a face mask call on Tavius Robinson, the rookie for the Ravens. And that's absolutely a right call. Didn't mean it, but, correct call. Potentially. I'll have to look at it more at halftime, Chimera. First and 10, ball at the 20-yard line here for the Rams. And that was a weird, toss inside run. And oh my God, a first down run by Kyron Williams. And he's on the ground, just feed me. My God, he is running like he is angry. He looks like Isaiah Pacheco from last year. Kyron Williams just out there on the field. My God. Runs through Geno Stone and Marcus Williams, and then gang tackled by 5-6 Ravens after on the play. My God. His ability to read, cut, and then run with a good amount of power. Whoo. Surprising right now. 1st and goal. Ball gets off in time. Stafford's looking left, and DeMarcus Robinson was not ready for the ball. 2nd and goal. Brian Kolb says, don't forget, guys, smash that like button if you can. Like my boy Joe. Smash that like button. We're going to continue to work on our Joe Swanson impression until we get it right. 2nd and goal here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. You'll probably scare me with the sound it plays if it gives the actual ping. 2nd and goal. Stafford looking right for the fade and overthrows it to Nakua. Kyle Hamilton in coverage. And that's another matchup we talked about a little bit on our pregame show with Payo Time. Kyle Hamilton potentially against Puka Nakua. I asked Payo, I said, where's Puka been doing his damage? I've got him in fantasy, but I haven't been, really paying attention. And right there, even the announcer saying that's going to be a great battle all day. 3rd and goal. M&T finally making a little bit of noise. Patrick Queen looks like he's confused on the play. He's looking around asking, what's the play? What's the play? Roquan's moving around. There still looks like there is some miscommunication among the Ravens. Blitz looks like it might be coming from the Ravens. Roquan's in Stafford's face. He dumps it deep. Ball's out of the back end zone. 4th and goal. And Stafford's yelling at somebody saying, you got to pick him up. And great job by the Ravens to stop this honestly impressive drive by the Rams on their first drive of the day. If anything, the Ravens need to emulate a little bit of what the Rams just did. That was a beautiful opening drive by the Rams. You've got to give credit where credit's due. You know what I'm saying? Lucas Havrisk. A big thing, guys, Mason Crosby didn't make it to the active roster today, so they've got a backup kicker here today. Kick is up and right down the middle. And with that, the Rams are going to take the early lead here on the Ravens, 3-0 with 5:35 here in the first quarter. John Harbaugh looking down, saying, we got to get something going here. But welcome in, guys. I got to figure out. We had so much going on this week, honestly. I'm trying to figure out certain stuff I need to do with school that I neglected my fantasy football. Oh my gosh. I don't even have anyone. I'm just going to have to pray, Chimera. I messed up my fantasy football team a little bit, kind of letting my draft predictions get a little too much in the way of maybe some of my draft picks. But at the same time, I've got a lot of really good talent. I wanted to make moves at the trade deadline, but when I examined everyone else's teams and the injuries and what they've done in free agent wire, honestly, I felt like no one was in a good position to even make the trades that I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? So much so that I never even sent a trade request. I got some really bad trade requests from some people in the league. I'm not going to mention their names. They were trying to get me to trade Lamar Jackson for Jordan Love. That'll just tell you enough, Ravens flock. Just what type it was, but Chimera, you can still sign someone from a late. I was actually looking at that, but the problem is Chimera, I would have to drop someone basically off my team. Hey, what up, Tenchi, by the way? My problem, Chimera, if you look at my fantasy football team, especially because I forgot to switch Lamar and Baker out. Baker was my one. I picked him up free agent last week just as a situational, and it worked out. If I had him on my bench, it would work out. But on my bench, I have Lamar. I'm not dropping Lamar. I have Gus and Keaton. I'm not dropping either. Pacheco is rated number 10 technically in fantasy football right now, running back. So I'm not dropping a top 10 running back, even though he's out with a shoulder contusion. Next, I have DJ Moore and Zay Flowers, 31 and 10, not dropping. The only person's Pickens, and I thought about dropping him, to be honest with you. But he's number 34 in fantasy football, so it's not terrible for a wide receiver, especially like a flex. Oh, I got to look heavy. Chimera, if you've got a moment, my guy, how many games do we have before playoffs officially? You know what I'm saying? I haven't even been paying attention. Jonathan Thompson joining us chat says, let's go Ravens. I know we got to get something going here, guys. Rams are up 3-0, and they're, like I said, you cannot discount this Rams team. I'm telling you guys, they have outscored their last three opponents in their wins significantly. First and 10, 5:35. Lamar coming out for the second drive of today for the Baltimore Ravens offense. Play action. Lamar looking deep. Got all day. Going deep right. And, misses Zay. Ball a little short on the play. Zay had a step on his man. Abraham says, what's your position so far? What, in fantasy football or in what? Oh, this is playoff sim. What? Oh my God. Shit. All right, we're dropping George Pickens. Fuck. And I don't think I set it to a 2-minute week playoff. Oh my God. Oh, I just blew fantasy football playoff. Oh my God, because I have Baker starting. Unless Baker pulls off a freaking miracle right now. Second and 10. Lamar, Looking left, got a man wide open. That's Odell, and he almost drops it, but he makes the catch. I don't think I can even drop. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Why can I not? Okay. I'm so dumb, Chimera. I'm so sorry. My mind has been so scattered lately. Play action. Mitchell. Lamar going deep left. And going for Bateman, but double covered. And honestly, Lamar did a good job overthrowing that. Can I? The reserve. Man, I got to figure out how those reserve spot works. Because it says I can remove someone, but I. Woo! Lamar! And that's going to be a sack on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd and 11 for the Ravens now after just missed deep ball after missed deep ball after missed deep ball. And Lamar looks like he's trying to speed up the offense now. They're going to say it's a 3rd and 10 officially. Quick snap. Lamar able to get away from a man. Getting pressured. And throwing the ball into the dirt. And that's now a 4th down. Stout coming out. And my God, Kobe Turner chasing Lamar down, the rookie from Wake Forest. Another guy we talked about in the pregame show. Bro, I'm going to try something here with the reserve spot. Jordan Stout with the punt. Oh, he does get hit on that one. But no flag and a fair catch at the 8-yard line. And Jordan Stout just looking around like, are you serious right now? I think I'm a little fucked, man. God, I've got to drop fucking... Hey, we got John Leger. Let's go Niners. And what's up? Oh, thank God, Chimera. I wasn't sure if I had done 2-week playoffs or not. At least if it's a 2-week playoff, I have a small chance of coming back. But like, oh my God. I apologize to everyone in my fantasy football league. Logan says the fact that Lamar Jackson was sick on Thursday and returned to practice squad Friday was insane. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. But Lamar has actually had a drop in his deep ball accuracy this season. And I don't know what it is. I might have to do some film study on it. Jason Danzy's joined us in chat. Ayo, back in the house up, everyone. I missed so far. You missed, honestly, Jason, a very impressive drive by the Rams. Their first offensive drive, they literally ran it down the Ravens' throat, running it at the tackles, basically. It was, like I said, impressive. Logan says, anyone play Minecraft or just me? Let's see. God, this is really rough. Yeah, that's a missed penalty, but what? Get out of here. First and 10. Stafford got a man on a slant. That's Puka Nakua. No gloves. Yeah, Chad Mears says, Jonathan Thompson says, I just sub. I appreciate it, my guy. I'm sorry it didn't give me a subscription. Appreciate the subscription. Cahill's team is insane. You might be dead. I know, right? First and 10. Stafford got a good pocket all day. Scrambles, and he's just going to put that ball out of bounds. You know, I'm predicted only to lose by 10 points. So if I only lose by 10 points in a of two semifinal, honestly, I won't be mad. Be honest with you, especially because I just blanked entirely. Second and 10, and I got through my hard bye week because I have quite a few Raven players. Game clock looks like he gets it off. Short man right, and oh, he gets Nakua lit up by Kyle Hamilton on the play. Maybe Baker Mayfield will pull off a freaking miracle, or Travis Kelce will for me. Thank you, Chimera, for all the help, my dude. You are MVP. For those that don't know, Chimera is one of my moderators here. Hold on, we'll get back to that after the play. It's a critical 3rd and 6. 3 minutes on I'm sorry, 3 minutes left in the quarter, 10 seconds left on the play clock. Trips left formation for the Rams. Motion over there as well. Stafford getting pressured, and he's sacked. That's Matabike on the play with the adding to the sack total. He's going to get paid on a critical 3rd down, makes a play for the Ravens defense. Let's go. You know what's funny, Chimera, is like I said, I had to pick up Baker Mayfield for my bye week for Lamar Jackson last week because I carried no backup quarterback the entire year. It was just my bet because of the late bye week as well, and it worked out pretty well. I'm pretty sure I won last week. 4th and 14. Punt gets away. Looks like all day to return. Duvernay, 1-man miss. Going up the left sideline. And out of the bounds, looks like at the 35-yard line. I know, man, Chad, it's going to be sad, more than likely for Ravens flock. And for anyone that doesn't know, Matabike, I think that's going to be his 11th sack of the season. So a defensive tackle reaching double-digit sacks. A little bit is in credit to Mike McDonald's defense and scheme, but Matabike is a beast. He trained with Air. We also talked about this on Payo Time pregame show. For those that don't know, Justin Matabike started training with Aaron Donald and his trainer back in 2021. So that's why we really started seeing that. So not only has Justin Matabike had a chance to learn from a Hall of Famer in Aaron Donald, all due respect to that man, but also Calais Campbell, who I think might be in the Hall of Fame candidate one day. And I think he learned two very different skill sets from those two different veterans. And I think we're truly seeing it pay off now. The bad part of this is, for those that don't know, the Ravens tried to reach an extension with Justin Matabike. I believe it was either this offseason or the past offseason. Matabike looked at the numbers, says, you know what? I'm going to bet on myself. He pulled a Joe Flacco. And just like Joe Flacco, he about to get paid. It would be tragic to watch him leave the Ravens. Maybe Travis Jones could maybe step up into that role a little bit. I don't think Travis has the quickness that Matabike has, because if you ask offensive linemen about how Matabike wins, they're like, he wins with power, he wins with speed, he wins with his hands and technique. He will beat you with every single thing in the book. And then pair that with Mike McDonald running stunts all the time, which allow him to really get better angles. You know, whenever they have to do the trade-off, it's not squared up, and he can basically catch and pick a shoulder and work. You know what I'm saying? It just frees up all the free. And like we've even seen career numbers from Michael Pierce. You know what I'm saying? So give a little credit to Mike McDonald, but also all the credit in the world to Madubuike. Going through my notes here a little bit. Yeah, Madubuike coming into this game, 45 pressures, 10 sacks, a 13.3 pass rush win rate. That ranked 16th among defensive linemen, 17th in true pass set rankings, 70.5 run D, 9.8 run stop rate. So he just everything, but just first and 10 here for Lamar. Handoff going right. Keaton Mitchell getting some space, and looks like maybe a gain of 5, and they're going to throw him back all the way back behind the line of scrimmage after the whistle, but clean and fair play, just the pile. And fun fact, guys, I have a lot of respect for Sean McVay and the Rams. They entered camp with 34 rookies on their 90-man roster. Think about that. More than a third of their roster going into training camp was rookies. And I'm telling you, they're developing. Handoff going up the middle. That's Keaton Mitchell, and my God, he takes this like delayed handoff, and the speed, he just exploded up the middle. I'm telling you, I would love to see the next gen stat on that run. So we got a double pull from the left tackle, left guard. Keaton Mitchell gets behind him, cuts back inside left of McCary, and if he had kept his feet there, like they said, that'd have been a home run right there, all the way to the house if he had kept it on his feet. So got to run with a little more patience. Go study Marshawn Lynch tape, young man. Likely the man in motion here. First and 10, ball at the 45-yard line with 30 seconds left. Going deep. He's got a wide open man. That's Likely on the left side. It's a fun race. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. CCU alum doing his Mark Andrews impression. I tried to tell them. And he was just wide open on a wheel route. Come on, Raven fans. And let's watch it here. Likely was the man in motion. Wheels out behind both the guys, and just a miscommunication by the Rams defense. Wide open on the left side. Gets on a one-on-one foot race with number 4 of the Rams. Delivers a stiff arm and dives into the end zone. He says, no reason to rush back. And with the PAT, the Ravens now tie this game. Lead this game 7-3. For those that don't know, so we talked about this on Peyo's show a little bit. Peyo Time, LA Rams fan. We did a collab with him earlier in this week where we previewed this matchup, and he talked about this Mark Andrews injury. He said, man, how are the Ravens? And I said, I ain't worried. I'm telling you, if you follow the training camp, Isaiah Likely was the star of training camp. He was putting on his show while, Andrews got a little rest because he was the number 1. Charlie Kolar is the number 2 for the Baltimore Ravens tight end room. 6'7", like 260. We drafted Charlie Kolar to be Nick Boyle's replacement. Long, rangy, short-handed tight end. Doesn't really have separation, but also a great blocker. Isaiah Likely, a little bit shorter. I think closer to the 6'3", 230-ish, 250 side. But his ability and the run after catch that he showed at Coastal Carolina University, where he went and played college football, which is in my hometown. For those that don't know, at one point, I actually walked on my freshman year at Coastal Carolina as a tight end. It was the year we were slated to open against Penn State. So I love Likely. I know all about this young man. And that's why I tried to stress people, no worries. All right, let me get that Likely gif off, and we'll get back to this game. And with that, the Rams are going to get the ball with 25 seconds. So probably going to see one play and flip to the second quarter. But likely an OBJ having a laugh with Lamar and Keaton. Oh my God, I got to clip this. Clip OBJ and likely after TD. Hopefully I can find that clip, guys, after. That was absolutely hilarious. Oh, they started the play clock? What? I'm a little... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's... Yeah. Handoff, Kyron Williams going left over left guard. And short gain. And like I said, they're going to bring that first quarter to close, flip the sides. And they're probably going to put us on a commercial break. So, guys, if you've got some questions, hit them up in chat real quick while I get this... And we've got a Raven down. Oh, no, that's Kyle Hamilton. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What's going on? And Arthur Mullet's on a knee right there with him. And Lamar's even confused. Everyone's confused. Like, wait, what happened? Like, let's watch the replay here, see what happens here. Oh, no. There's like nothing. And he just comes up like... I'm really hoping that's just like a calf strain. Like, or I'm not a calf strain, but a cramp. He's walking off the field, no visible limp, so... But he looks like he's wincing a little bit, so I'm really praying this is just a cramp, guys, for Kyle Hamilton, but... Yep. Hey, welcome in, ES. Welcome in, Crystal. I know, my boy, the CCU alum. For those that don't know, the Chanticleer is basically another fighting. It stands for Fighting Rooster. So we have the Battle of the Fighting Roosters in South Carolina because, of course, we have the USC Gamecocks or Fighting Roosters, and then CCU with Chanticleers, another type of fighting rooster. So we got some cockfighting going on in South Carolina. Not literally. Please don't come after me, PETA. But welcome in, guys. You see here. And man, let me talk about something else here. So the Ravens at one point, because we're on a commercial break here. The Ravens at one point coming into the Seahawks game had, according to FT and Football Talk Network, the second hardest ranked schedule for the rest of the season. After the Pickett injury for the Steelers, the Lawrence injury for the Jaguars, as well as, I talked about it with Peo, not only the Trevor Lawrence injury, but the Christian Kirk injury. I believe he's headed to IR for the Jaguars as well. The Ravens, all of a sudden, went from having a potentially really hard schedule. I mean, Burrow out, it went from potentially really hard, guys, to it might be a little way easier. And yeah, I pray he's okay right now. Yeah, Chimera, I feel kind of bad. So for those that don't know, I was trying to make sure my fantasy football was good, practice a few things. I joined a mock draft thinking it was just that, a mock draft, nothing else. It put me in someone's fantasy football league. And so then I had this weird guilt where I was like, well, I can't just absolutely give up on it. That would be mean to everyone else that's playing in this random league. And then somehow I'm winning all the games with a random pick. Basically, I left after my second pick. So most of my draft was randoed. And I still did pretty good. Chimera says 10-3 and still number 1 seed. But man, yeah, I pray Kyle Hamilton's okay. What's kind of funny, guys, is one of my neighbors here went to Notre Dame University. I think he's a sponsor for the university, an alum. And they're taking Kyle Hamilton back to the locker room now. Questionable with a knee. Oh, no. That could be a heartbreaker for the Ravens defense as they're coming back out here. 2nd and 7. Toss play going right. Arthur Mullet misses a tackle, and Kyron Williams able to gain good amount of yards. Looks like a 3rd and maybe 2 on the play. Logan says, you forget we play the 49ers in 15 days? That's the only game, Logan, honestly, I'm a little worried about left on our schedule. And like I was talking about earlier, we have struggled, I feel like, in outside run defense this season. The Rams have already exposed us today, like I talked about it. And, of course, the Niners are better at it than the Rams are. So, trips left. Oh, there's that swing motion again. They're using that a lot. Stafford going deep right. And, DeMarcus Robinson makes a great catch, and there's a flag on the play. Looks like might be tacking on 15 yards. Let's see what the call is. That was officially a gain of 22 yards. Yep, I mean, technically, they're going to say unnecessary roughness, defense, number 22, head-to-head hit on the play. And I don't think it was intentional, but technically, as he was swinging around, the first thing that hit, yes, was a helmet-to-helmet hit from Marcus. I'm sorry, it was 32, Marcus Williams for the Ravens. So technically, that is a correct call. And that moves the ball down to the 30-yard line of the Ravens now. So Rams almost in scoring position again. 1st and 10. Kupp, the man in motion here. Play action. Kupp going to get the ball off of the swing. Kupp all the way down the right sideline, and he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. And a huge gain for the Rams. Good play call. And who missed their assignment here? And that's got to be Marlon Humphrey or Arthur Mollett. Some miscommunication by the Ravens. Just nobody goes with Cooper Kupp on the right side. John Lassay says, oh, wow, big bag 49ers. Bird hunts. Hey, I've been telling y'all that for a while, that's the weakness of the Ravens, and it's why I'm a little concerned about that game. I've been saying that for weeks in everyone's channels. I give respect where respect is due. Everyone knows in my channel, I don't shit on other teams. I don't shit on other teams, especially for no reason. It's just not how I was raised. It's not what I do. I'm telling you guys, I've been thinking about starting another gaming channel just because I'm so sick of the toxic culture in gaming. And we're on a commercial break, so I'm going to talk a little bit here, guys. But I'm so sick of the toxic gaming culture. Like, I play Rocket League and League of Legends. I'm telling you, some of the worst, like gaming lobbies I've ever been a part of. But, it's one of those ones. If no one does better, how can you even, begin? You know what I'm saying? You got to start with yourself. And I'm like, man, I think that'd be a good thing to stream to counter all these gamers that go against it. Kyron Williams with a run up the middle, and he's going to be just short. Looks like they're pulling for the ball a little bit, but 2nd and goal here. 13 minutes here in the 2nd quarter. And we'll talk about that here in maybe a minute. Second and goal. 10 seconds here on the play clock. Rams are still in the huddle. Rams outpacing the Ravens 62-17 in the rush yard department. And we've got a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is. False start by the offense. Back him up. Let's go. 5-yard penalty. Crystal Gilliam says, beat down the Rams from a Ravens fan. I really hope so, man. We've got to figure out this outside run defense. We have to. Have to. By the way, John Leger, congrats on that win against the Eagles. That was well-deserved, my man. Motion here by the Rams. Stafford looks left, right, left, and just going to put this ball out of bounds. 3rd and goal. Ravens are doing a good job in this red zone, just buckling down, basically. But playing a more bend, don't break here. Third and goal. Another motion here. Ravens bring a blitz. Stafford has to get rid of it. And Kupp's got it. Oh, looks like the Ravens might have had a good blitz, but Cooper Kupp in the back left end zone, corner of the end zone. And the Rams retake the lead, barring the PAT, gonna be a 10-7 game Rams. Let's watch this route. Cooper Kupp goes in, and it's just basically an out route, presses into the safety a little bit to make sure he has to respect the in and out, and then just makes a good cut. And because of the clear out by the other wide receiver of the Rams, there's just no one in that back corner area. So unless they are playing a zone, which, you know, and that's the beauty of it. So let me explain this real quick. Man motion is a quarterback's best friend. So in that very tiny motion that they did at the prior of that play in the stack formation helps them determine more than likely if it's a zone or if it's a man immediately. The moment he knows it's a man, Stafford knows that Kupp's going to be more than likely be open in the end zone. And if he's not open, the ball goes out of the back corner of the end zone, which is QB coaching 101 for throws. Put the ball where your guy gets it or nobody gets it. It's as simple as that. And when you constantly hit those throws, I'm telling you, you're going to get paid. That's, oh my God, the red from the State Farm commercial, the red flashbang. But beautiful. And of course, I guarantee you, if it was a zone coverage, either that other route is designed to be a zone beater on that stat concept, or Stafford knows that basically, okay, if it's a zone look, immediately swing back right and then probably middle, or, you know, like halfback middle, or, you know, basically whatever the 1-2-3 read is. Chimera says, I'm sorry usually. I don't ever shit on fan bases, but the Eagle fans really need that humbling. They were insufferable after we lost to them. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to shit on them, but I'm going to be honest. Most of the time, I feel like Cowboys and Eagles fans, it's somehow that NFC West, I guess. I'm sorry, the NFC East. That NFC East is just insufferable. Maybe I'm a little biased. Steve-O Supremo says, Niners versus Seattle like good burger. Always dropping 30, 40 good burgers. Welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? I like 30, 40 good burgers. Are they good burgers? Oh, they're good burgers. Can I get some good burgers? Well, I mean, that's all we got is good burgers. No, I want a good burger. I'll give you good burger. All right. But you know what's funny, guys, is I know I'm a little crazy, and there's probably someone that already did it. But like the whole thing, like when I watch some of these streamers, Tim the Tap Man, Dr. Disrespect, even freaking what's his name, Ninja Tyler, they all rage so freaking hard all the time. And my brain says, as someone that worked with kids, I'm like, man, you're kind of a role model to a lot of kids. Don't get me wrong. Our generation, we grew up differently. You know what I'm saying? We grew up different. We all have our raging game moments. You know, we grew up in them old Call of Duty lobbies. You feel me? But does that mean we should teach kids to channel all that aggression? And like, you know, it ruins a lot of the gaming experience. And like, I just feel like a lot of it's taken to a different level. And like, I'm telling you, dude, when I meet trash talkers online, I get deeply psychological. I'm like, what's going on in your life, homie? Like, is job not going well for you? I know bills are tough. Like, what's going on? Like, did someone not pay you enough attention? Let's get deep on this issue. Why are you taking out your issues on people online? Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, back to the game go. 1st and 10 1201. Welcome in, Mary Calderon. I agree. NFC East is just awful. Oh, agreed. 1st and 10. Lamar makes a man miss, makes a second man miss, makes a third man miss, breaks out the left side, still running, and he's out of bounds at the first down. Oh my God. 11:50 run by Lamar clip. I put that in the wrong area. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like taking notes and stuff like that on like clips and talking points. If anyone has questions and stuff like that, please feel free to drop it in chat. I'll try to get to it. I'm taking notes. Like I have notebooks worth of notes on stuff for pregame and stuff. Interesting formation here for the Ravens. They are spreading out the Rams. Double stack formation on the most outside edges. Lamar's going to keep it, and oh my God, there's nowhere to go on that play. But Lamar still makes about 3 yards out of it. 2nd and 7 with 11:10 here in the second quarter. Rams holding a 10-7 lead over the Ravens. Chimera says, I think it's fine as long as it's done in a humorous way, but some of them take it too far. And that's what I'm saying, Chimera. I agree. I'm all for humor and a little bit of anger, like, in a fun, comical style way. Like, there's a little bit of like fun shit talking you can do. And Lamar misses OBJ on the slant. Going to bring up a 3rd and 8, 10:40 here on the clock. But, I don't know. I've never been one. When I played sports, I'm telling you guys, that's my style. I'm humble. I like to go make a play and silently walk back to the other sideline. I like to say, good job when someone makes a play on me, and then go get the pick right after. Nothing makes an opponent matter than going and making the play and being humble. When they talk so much smack and then you end up going to hit the game-winning 3 on them, you know what I'm saying? Like, 3rd and 8. Humbleness. Humble is a virtue. Got a man, that's Zay. And breaks off man and out. Let's go. They literally pick him up. And Ravens are getting a little chippy there saying, hey, my boy, whistle was done. You slammed him out of bounds. And no flag on the play, but Zay talking some smack after the play. And that's a 1st down Ravens. Zay with a great catch, spins out of a man, breaks out of a second man before he gets gang tackled down the field. Jonathan Thompson says Lamar for MVP. I mean, I think, honestly, if Tyreek Hill hits 2K yards, I think we got to take some of the quarterback bias out of the MVP conversation. Like, if that happens, to be honest with you. 1st and 10. Lamar gets pressured. He's going deep. Got a wide open OBJ. Touchdown Ravens! And another blown coverage. OBJ's dancing in the end zone. Wide open on the play. And I believe that's a 50-yarder. Ball, at the 50-yard line. It's a slant and go, or they call it a slow go, and just absolutely burns his man, number 4 of the Rams. And oh my gosh. And that what it is, you've got to give respect to that slant route that OBJ runs. I mean, the Rams know about it better than anyone. OBJ literally did it like a few weeks ago, or was it the Browns game, I believe? So giving respect to that slant, he hit him with the slow go. And look at the Ravens cheerleader. I love there was 2 Ravens cheerleader in that touchdown shot, guys. If you didn't see, one was just, the other, literally the moment OBJ caught it, airborne, both arms, both legs, pure actual excitement for the game. That's a clip. That's a clip, honestly. Like, guys, let me show you a cheerleader that's here that loves football and a cheerleader that's just here because I don't know why. But, oh my God, that was a great throw, great touchdown. Kills me I don't have Lamar starting, but it'd be okay. It'd be okay. And for those that don't know, OBJ actually struggling through a shoulder injury. Probably could have had surgery on it, expect to in the offseason, but he's kind of been wearing support and slings, and I think he's got something on actually underneath his pads. So he's playing through some pain for this Super Bowl run, setting the tone, you know what I'm saying, for this team, like a true leader. And like I said, I want to give up, and for everyone that's joined us, thank you for joining us. I want to give utmost respect here because we talked about it. OBJ is still part of these group chats with the Rams. And verbatim what OBJ said about Todd McShay, he credits Todd McShay. He brought me back to loving football and just understanding professionalism and being prepared. Like, all credit to McVay on the Rams, and appreciate him for giving us OBJ. Mr. Beans in the chat, touchdown. I know, right? Chimera says, or hold on, we got to go up a little bit. Michael 1980 says, who do you think has to prove they are worth more, Lamar or Dak? I think Dak, because he got paid a while ago and he still hasn't produced. You know what I'm saying? He still hasn't given them that Super Bowl. While Lamar just got paid. So, you know, if Lamar doesn't get it done this season, I still have faith in next season. You know what I'm saying? But it might be hard to replace Madubuike next season. Madubuike and Patrick Queen. I think I saw a projection. Patrick Queen estimated like a 4-year, like $40 to $60 million deal potentially. And of course, Madubuike might get even more than that. Logan says, I found a Godzilla channel on Pluto TV. That's pretty dope. Chad Mears says, OBJ Hall of Famer. I mean, maybe. I'll have to go check the numbers on that one day. Chimera says, personally, if it's going to be a QB, I think it's going to be Dak. Dude's been playing out of his mind this year, especially most. And Chimera, I'll be honest, I haven't watched Dak that much this year, but I've seen a lot of sports writers giving him proper credit in that MVP conversation. So, you know, I agree with you, Chimera, on that one. Jonathan says he agrees with Chad Mears on the OBJ Hall of Fame talk. And kickoff here by Tucker. 9:40 here in the second quarter, guys. And we've got a great game here between the Rams and the Ravens. So let's see here. Going back to this OBJ touchdown. They've got, it looks like, a cover 2 look. Oh, no. So oh my God, the safety jumps down on OBJ thinking it's a slant route. And when the safety, of course, jumps down on that side in a cover 2, there is no one on that side then to cover. And yeah. Handoff going left. That's Kyron Williams, and gain of maybe about 3 on the play. And I haven't heard or seen anything about Kyle Hamilton yet, so we'll have to ask about that. Matthew says, OBJ no Hall of Fame. How? Hey, I'm not saying he is either. I don't know if he really has the numbers to be considered Hall of Fame. The candidacy for the Hall of Fame is supposed to be that, did they change the game of football? You know what I'm saying? How did they impact the game of football? Javars Chanel joined us. Chat says, Purdy for my MVP. 2nd and 7, 9 minutes here in the second quarter. Cup the man in motion for the Rams. Stafford looking left, then right. Got a man short, and Geno Stone going to hit him. And only a short gain. Going to bring up a 3rd and manageable here for the Rams. Clock is still ticking. Stafford 5 of 10 for 76 yards and a touchdown. 6 of 11 for 80 yards and a touchdown. Having a pretty good game so far. Officially a 3rd and 3, 8:35 and ticking. And we'll get back to that chat here in just a moment, guys. Critical 3rd down here. M&T Bank making some noise. I wish so hard I could be M&T Bank and like down at the 50 for the Ravens. I want to lead some chants, man. 3rd and 3, screen pass, and they read it. Oh, and the Ravens sniff it out, and that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Bringing up a 4th and 5, big 3rd down stop by the Ravens, and they're dancing in the stands. Jonathan Thompson says, my dad is a Cowboys fan. Well, hopefully your dad is one of the good Cowboys fans. There are a couple good ones out there. We can't lump everybody into our generalizations. Monkey Joey says, we've been connecting to these long Hey, they've been on blown coverages, to be honest with you, Monkey Joey, but hey, I'll take anything. You know what I'm saying? The slow go was actually a great play call or route run by OBJ, kind of a combo of both. And the Ravens look like they're trying to get to that punter a little bit. Duvernay going to have a little bit of chance to return and able to get a couple yards on the play up to the 35-yard line. And with that, Lamar's going to come out here trying to extend this lead. Hopefully the Ravens can get their run game started. Christopher joining us in chat says, Lamar has done way more with way less than Dak has done with more. Christopher, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, if you consider the past seasons with Greg Roman, I absolutely agree with your statement. I would argue this is definitely by far the best cast Lamar has ever had, but I've talked about it this season a lot. I think this is by far the best cast the Ravens have had since the last Super Bowl run, and it might be better than that team, to be honest with you. In a few different departments. James McBray said one-handed catches. You know, and McBray, for those that are making the OBJ argument, my only argument, you know, for OBJ, because I doubt he has the numbers for it, but when you argue, has he changed how has he changed the game of football? I mean, everyone knows the OBJ catch. It literally became that iconic. I would argue maybe if there's a year where there's not a lot of great candidates for the Hall of Fame, maybe he could be like a weird sneak guy. And of course, his career is not over. You know, I don't buy into Super Bowl rings make a Hall of Fame candidacy. I think a lot of different things speak for it. I think records speak for it. I think all-time stats speak for it. And then I think, you know, there are certain other moments, you know, like we all know, Raven Flock, we all know. Ozzie Newsome's already a Hall of Fame tight end, former Cleveland Brown. Ozzie Newsome is going to be a Hall of Fame executive. He's going to be the first, I think, ever two-time Hall of Famer. I doubt we'll ever see that again. Like, man. Ozzie Newsome, to be honest with you guys, is, I think, one of the reasons I fell in love with drafting so much. And for those, let me give y'all a fun story since we're on commercial break. For those that don't know, I love the draft so much. One of my dreams, if I can't own my own company, I want to be a scout for an NFL team. Of course, ideally the Ravens, but, you know, I guess I would take anywhere to get started. But I was at Disney World at my grad night, and I left Disney World Park to go back to the hotel to watch our 2008 NFL draft because it means that much to me. Like, oh no. So there was an offside by the Ravens on the special teams, but they didn't get it, I don't think. And Rams player's injured on the play now. Oh, I think that's a tight end for the Rams, and he's being carted off the field now. Long. And honestly, I think this is kind of... Let me say this. I don't agree with hurting players. Hunter Long now are injured for the Rams. But I think the Rams were kind of going after Jordan Stout a little bit up the middle. We saw some weird, pushes up the middle with Aaron Donald where they were trying to block punts. And it didn't seem right, and the Ravens were getting upset. And then they hit Jordan Stout twice, and the Ravens were kind of pissed about it. And now the Ravens just did what the Rams were doing to the Ravens, and it resulted in an injury. I think that was the Ravens' statement of saying, hey, if you're going to do this, guys, we'll do it too. There's a reason this isn't done in the NFL. It leads to injuries, as we just saw. So hopefully we're done with that. By the way, Kyle Hamilton is back in the game for the Ravens, guys. That was dirty, like what I've been watching. Like, I've never seen that on special teams, and I get it in maybe a Super Bowl situation, but this is not it. Like... Chimera says, still my favorite story from you, LOL. Jonathan Thompson says, how is Mark Andrews doing? He had surgery. He's, recouping. But, Isaiah likely filling in remarkably for him. So, Clay Davis joining us in. Flock Nation, baby. What up, my guy? 2nd and 4. 6:44 on the clock here for the Rams. And they did give them the first down after the offsides. So, punt negated on that. Stafford play action, going deep left, and throws it out of bounds. Good coverage by Marlon Humphrey on the play. 3rd and 4. Crystal Gilliam says, Lamar, you can do this. Stay focused on who you are throwing to. I know, right? Christopher says, facts this year, they have this weapons and offense coordinator that'll help improve with the play calling, but Dak balling out. Agreed. And I tried to stress to Raven fans how much I really was excited about this Todd Monken offense and what it was going to bring to the Ravens. And man, I've got a heartbreaker for y'all. I don't know if y'all saw. I know it's Jason La Canfora, and he's not to be trusted, especially by Raven fans. 3rd and 4, Stafford over the middle, and he's got a wide open Nakua going down the left sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line of the Ravens. And just like that, the Rams are back in scoring position. But there's been a lot of talk. So when Josh McDaniels was fired in Oakland, there was very early talk that Mike McDonald could be the early favorite to replace him out in the Las Vegas Raiders. Antonio Pierce is doing a pretty good job, I think, out there, though, so those quiets have quieted a little bit. However, the Todd Monken thing is something I've stressed since before he even got hired. I said, guys, if we bring an offense coordinator and Lamar has an MVP season, the guy's going to get a head coaching job somewhere with a young quarterback. Stafford going deep and almost intercepted by Marcus Williams. Looked like he was trying to tip that ball in, and oh no, we've got another player down for the Rams. That's Atwell, number 5 of the Rams. Looks like a knee injury, and that is a heartbreaker. Just Marcus Williams trying to make a play on the ball, tip it back in bounds, and I mean, he's there early, but he's playing the ball, so there's definitely no flag on that play. He's 100% playing the ball and not playing through the receiver. He's there where the ball's going to be. The receiver just runs into him, basically. But they're taking a commercial break injury timeout here as they look at Atwell. We hope that young man's okay. But yeah, if you weren't here, guys, I did a draft special. It's in my live section. One of the reasons I started this football channel is I got so sick of telling my friends I told you so on certain players and stuff like that, and predicting players ahead of time, especially because I do love the draft that much. And look forward to our channel. I'm already in talks with my boy Joe Stevens. We are trying to go super hard on this channel for draft time. Last year, I wanted to do coverage on every single player, like 252 draft eligible players, yada, yada, yada. And, Joe's pushing me to try to do it harder this year. And if I'm not in school and I currently don't have a job, we are looking for work, though. But, no excuses right now, right? So we're trying to do more here. But look forward to it. On our draft special, though, we solely focused on players that were second round or later, or we predicted second round or later. And we actually avoided some players that, Josh Downs, oh my gosh, Rashee Rice and not Brent Urban. I'm trying to think of his name. The Julius Brents, the cornerback that went to the Colts, that were borderline first round, second round picks. And if you go back and look at my draft special, and I've actually done some of the research already, going back and looking at the grades of all my players so far, I could basically field almost starting team of rookies. And one of the things I'm looking forward to doing in this next draft is I don't know which team yet, but I'm going to pick a team, maybe potentially the Panthers, even though they traded away their first round pick. And I am going to officially play GM of that team in the draft, essentially. Maybe I'll play some of my friends' teams if they want me to. But, who I would take with that pick in that exact moment. You know what I'm saying? Which is a lot, and that varies. It's easy to pick players I would have took him. But in the moment, as players are going off the board, it gets a lot harder. 2nd and 10. Rams looking to throw. Stafford going deep left, and Nakua looking for a flag. Kyle Hamilton matched up, and we've got a flag. We're expecting this to be against Kyle Hamilton. Let's see it. Christopher says, can't wait for the playoffs to come. Oh, I know. I agree. It's going to be so good.
Pass interference on Kyle Hamilton. Automatic first down. Let's watch the replay. Yeah, that's pass interference. Absolutely. First and goal after the pass interference. Ravens looking to try to clamp down in the red zone here. First and goal. Nakua in motion. That's going to be a run right by Kyron Williams and gain of maybe about 3 on the play. Second and goal. And a little fun fact for those that don't know about this, Kyron Williams, of course, is from the University of Notre Dame. Kyle Hamilton, of course, University of Notre Dame. Apparently, they were really tight. They lived in the same dorm. They lived in the same neighborhood off campus once they moved off campus. Apparently, they did everything together around the university. So they're really good friends. It's kind of fun to watch them be, lined up against each other now today in the NFL. They talked about it all the time in college. So it's always a heartwarming moment to watch that dream come true for like young people like that. Second and goal. Stafford, little sidearm to his tight end. And Davis Allen, he's in. That's a touchdown, but we've got a flag on the play. And there's 5 minutes here in the second quarter, and let's see what the flag is. Ooh, a little smack talking going there. It sounded like on the mic's pickup. And officially going to be ruled a touchdown. Face mask on the defense. And man, with that. Hey, Davis Allen out of Clemson. And y'all are not going to believe this. Guess who got featured on my tight end draft special? Davis Allen was actually featured on my draft special, I'm pretty sure, because, or we talked about him. We also did a list of people visiting teams, like all the team visits for like 7 different teams across the NFL. It's actually how we found a lot of some of our undrafted rookie free agent players that we did on our draft special, analyzing basically like who was going where. Fun fact, Julius Brents, the cornerback that ended up with Indianapolis in the second round, was one of the few players that I found that like visited every single NFL team in some type, shape, or way, basically. And with the PAT, the Rams retake the lead 17-14 now. Ravens going to get this ball back with 5 minutes to score. Chimera, our resident Bills fan, says, I'm equal part excited for and dreading the playoffs. On one hand, I want the Bills to do well, but on the other hand, I don't think we can win a Super Bowl with McDermott, and we won't move on if we make the playoffs. Chimera, welcome to like what it was for the Ravens under Greg Rome in the past few years. And I would tell Raven fans, I'm like, dude, we're a good team. We're only as good as far as Lamar took us those years, basically, because Lamar didn't have a supporting cast. He didn't have good coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't ready. And so I would tell Raven fans, like, we're a playoff team, but we're like 1-win exit playoff team just because overall, and like the Bills and the Chiefs at that time, how they were playing. So I feel you, Chimera. It's like a heartbreaking feeling as a realist of your team to understand that you're probably not going to get there. Like, and like when we were going into the playoffs and Lamar was hurt and we had Tyler Huntley, I know as a Ravens fan, realistically, we're probably not winning the Super Bowl with that. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of those ones I had that talk with Raven fans. I said, guys, would you rather win one playoff game and know you're not going to make it to the Super Bowl, or just miss it and get a little bit better draft pick, And ball goes through the back of the end zone, and Lamar coming out here looking to retake the lead before halftime. John Leger says, what do you think of Chris Jenkins? I'm not too sure. Khalil says, who got ball first? Ravens started with the ball first, so Rams will get the ball to start the second half. So very important that the Ravens do score here. And stick around, guys. If you don't know, on this channel at halftime, we try to rapid fire through that halftime show as fast as we can. I think it's a little fun. So we'll see. Let's go. Where is the defense? They are getting destroyed on the outside in run defense. Consuelo Henley, welcome in. Yeah, the outside defense, run defense for the Ravens has gotten absolutely exposed. It's something I've talked about a lot on this channel. And again, without Malik Harrison in there to go into certain substitution packages for run defense for the Ravens, I'm telling you, if you've watched, I feel like Malik Harrison has been used as an outside linebacker to help contain outside running for the Ravens. And since he's been injured, we've struggled more. 1st and 15 after a false start by the Ravens. Play action. Lamar, clean pocket, going deep again. And intercepted. Bateman, the intended receiver. Kolar misses the tackle. And the Witherspoon returning it, and he's down at the 50-yard line with 4:46. And Lamar makes a bad decision throwing into double coverage. And that's what they're saying. You cannot force the ball in this situation. Bateman and it's actually not a bad throw. Bad decision. It's just a bad throw. It's severely underthrown. Bateman has to slow down, turn back around for the ball. And I wonder if maybe the wind direction taken some, First and 10 now for the Rams at basically their 50-yard line. 4:46 on the clock. Heartbreaker for the Ravens. They got to make a play now. Kyron Williams breaks out right side and able to gain what looks like 8 on the play, and Kyle Hamilton brings him down, showing no love for his former friend from Notre Dame there. Christopher says so many good teams in the AFC. I agree. Chimera says, bro, what are Goff and Stroud doing? I started them both. That's a heartbreaker. Heart punch. As Crystal says, the Ravens must score now. That's a little hard. Hey, thank you for the subscription, Michelle Venick. I appreciate it. 2nd and 2 now for the Rams. Strong set here, expecting a run. Run goes off the left guard, and Williams tripped up, but looks like he's just past the line to gain. 1st and 10, and little trash talking here between Owe and Kyron Williams now, and refs are separating them. No flags, though. John Leger says, Chris Jenkins in the draft this 2024 from Michigan. So I haven't done my study yet. The name sounded familiar, and now I understand why part of that Michigan defense. John, if that's your boy, man, like I said, we'll be doing a lot of draft coverage. We'll be looking for people that might have more inside takes on some of these college teams. I know Joe Stevens is my Pac-12 guy. So, let's go Rams. Pedro Gonzalez in the chat. Oh, my God. And converted the first down. That's Davis Allen tied in with a catch, and we've got a flag on the play now. Welcome in, Pedro Gonzalez. I guess a Rams fan. All respect to your team, my guy, on that 3-game win streak. And TT Villit, I hope we don't lose. What do you think? It's tough. Like I said, you cannot underestimate this Rams team. This Ram team is on a 3-game win streak, outscoring their opponents. Let me get my stat here again. 73-33 in that 3-game win streak. So like I said, and the thing is, this team is filled with a lot of rookies, and these rookies are slowly developing still. That's the thing. They're slowly getting better. And McVay is livid on the sideline right now. And yep, you cannot chop block that far out. And Ravens are losing this penalty battle right now. Ravens have 6 penalties for 63 yards. Rams 2 for 20. And 1st and 15 after the illegal chop block by the Rams. 3 minutes now. And that pushes the Rams back onto the opposite side of the 50. Stafford Getting pressured by Clowney. Got a wide open tight end. Davis Allen leaps, and he's got a first down on the 3rd and 15, gains more than 20. And 2:40, and the clock is ticking as the Rams are back onto the Ravens side of the field, and no one in the middle of the field for the Ravens defense. Jonathan Thompson says, let's go Ravens. Don't mess this up. I don't know what's going on right now. I know McVay is a really great play caller, but my God, we are getting exposed. Cup in motion, play action. Oh, gets pressure. Cup makes a circus catch at his knees and gains maybe about 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 upcoming. So for those that don't know, Sean McVay made his name when he had Jared Goff as his quarterback because he took a rookie quarterback, and McVay, and they're heading to commercial, so I want to talk about this a little bit. McVay broke the trend in play calling. So the trend in play calling was what Bill Belichick did. It was complex formations, lots of substitutions. That was the high-scoring, high-flying NFL offenses. It caused a lot of mismatches, a lot of problems, a lot of, communications that had to be made by the defense. And also the defensive staff of the other team. McVay said, hey, man, rookie quarterbacks struggle with this. If I'm having him memorize 7 different subset formations of my 11 personnel, basically, and then after that, memorize the differences and the subtle differences between those 7 different subsets of the 11 personnel, he might struggle in his rookie season. So McVay said, hey, here's this. When I run 11 personnel, it's going to be like out of 2 or 3 sets max. You know what I'm saying? But from there, he designed complexity from same looks. So everything was designed to look the same, but still have depth of complexity. And then, of course, when I tell people, when I am doing play calling, when I am thinking about designing plays, I take inspiration really from 2 different things. I take a lot of inspiration from Sean McVay, to be honest with you, despite how young he is. But I also bring a little bit of Bill Belichick, of his option routes. And of course, Bill Belichick taught me motion is a quarterback's best friend. And I watched Tom Brady do it for years in the AFC. Motion helps a rookie quarterback immediately determine man or zone. And immediately, if you are designing a correct offense, you can at that point make the game so much easier and slower for him. And as a coach, that is your job. And that's why I give a lot of respect to Sean McVay. And if you actually look at Sean McVay's coaching tree that he's producing, it's pretty good. But enough respect to the Rams fans. Pedro says, as a Rams fans, we have lots of ups and downs. I agree. I was a pretty big fan of your draft class, and I think you've got a lot to look forward over the next year. Chimera says, I got called crazy at the beginning of the year for saying the Rams were a playoff team, but where are those people now? And then you get a little Ram thing. I don't know if I would have considered them playoff team, but I heard Stafford lost some zip. He proved me wrong at the beginning of the season, come out there slanging that thing with Nakua. And like we said, there's a stat line when Nakua, Kupp, and Kyron Williams are all 3 on field for the Rams. They're averaging 6.9 yards per play, which is outstanding. 2nd and 8 here for the Rams. 2-minute warning. And running off the left guard and maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Going to bring up what I believe is a 3rd and 6. And update here on the Lions-Bears game. Lions taking the lead, it looks like. 13-10 at half there. Josh Reynolds with the touchdown. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to blow my nose. I'm going to wait till it's 3rd and 5 after this, guys. I'm going to run and grab a drink real quick to get ready for a halftime show. Kalani Robb, I think a new viewer joined us in the chat, says, Kalani Robb, Ram fan since 1972. Rams draft skill players need to be recognized. Agreed, Kalani. And Kobe Turner, your rookie out of Wake Forest. Oh, put on his best Aaron Donald impression this year. And the defense, of course, is going to start slower as rookies. It'll take a little longer for them to develop, and it's why your team's coming on later in the year here as those young rookie players get some more experience. Goff, Stafford looking deep left and doesn't connect, and that's going to be a 4th down, expecting a punt here. And let me go grab a drink real quick. Welcome in, Kalani, my guy. That is serious respect. Ram fan since 1972. Jonathan Thompson says, hope the Ravens make a second half comeback. We're going to get the ball back here, thankfully, with 1:50 left and 2 timeouts on both teams. Plenty of time to make a 2-minute offense and take this lead. Oh, I'm sorry. They're going to kick a field goal. And I can see by Gamecast, they already made it. So, going to be a 20 now. I'm sorry, 20 to 14 lead for the Rams. And I'm going to go grab my drink as I wait for the kickoff here. And this kicker, they making it look like they don't need Mason Crosby here in LA. Keep Mason Crosby on the practice squad. And honestly, we're seeing a lot of miscommunications, more than likely from the Rams. Quentin Lake, shout out to Payo Time, the LA Rams fan YouTuber that we did a collab with. He talked about Quentin Lake, the safety for the Rams, really underappreciated Rams player. And we've seen a lot of miscommunications in that deep secondary, and that's probably where Quentin Lake used to be. So be right back, guys. Stick with me. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, what up? We got some new viewers. I think Zen. Hey, you wouldn't be like Zen, the Rocket League player, right? Like, my boy, if you was Zen, the Rocket League player, can I ask for some tips? 1:45 here on the clock. Trips left formation for the Ravens. Oh, tip pass, almost intercepted. That's Jones, the 4th, number 53 of the Rams. Crystal says, no other team need to be recognized, this Ravens nation. Abraham says, need to get good field goal position for Tucker. Man, I'd rather a touchdown, to be honest with you, but I'd rather use all of this time on the clock, leave the Rams with nothing, and score a touchdown. But, you know, CJ joined us, and you're doing a great job, man. Best Ravens live on YouTube that I found. You make everyone else seem like total crap. Man, I appreciate that, my guy. Oh, that's Nelson Aguilar with a catch on the left side and an out of bounds and a first down. So that's going to stop the clock with 1:35 here as the Ravens are trying to make some magic happen here before the half ends. I appreciate that, my guy, CJ. I'm trying so hard. Jonathan says, who's ready for Christmas? Oh, man. I am so poor, to be honest with you. I wish I could buy the things for my loved ones that I think they deserve. CJ says, how do you have under 500 subscribers? Dude, I'm trying so hard because I need to put more content. I've been in school and everything, and I haven't been producing other than weekly. 1st and 10, Aguilar, another catch short and just stiff arming his way out, and he's out of bounds, on the right side, and that's just short of the first down. I'm trying hard, my guy. I'm trying so hard. Zen says, LMAO, I wish I was that Zen. I do play some Rocket League, though. I play, there's a joke with me and my girlfriend, because I play Rocket League and League, so I'll be like, I'm going to play League. She's like, which one? I'm like diamond to champion on some ranks. I don't know. I consider myself like a low diamond player. Jackson scrambling out to the left. He's going to run for it. Got a first down and out of bounds. 1:23, and the Ravens are moving downfield now. I like to consider, I'm like diamond to champion player, but honestly, talking from a skill perspective, I'm pretty bad, to be honest with you. But I like to think that my best trait is my ability to read my teammates, rotate and actually read the field. And that alone has enabled me to get, through platinum, mostly through diamond. And in some places, the highest I've ever been is champion 1 division 2. 1st and 10. Lamar dumps it off and got a man. That's Isaiah Likely out on the left side bounds. And I think it's going to be a 2nd and 2 with 1:16 on the clock. Willie Williams says, is that a stop? I think he's saying stop. And I don't know. The thumbs up. Chimera says, just imagine the possibilities when you upgrade your PC. I know, man. The money. For those that don't know, my PC is 10 generations old. It's so bad now, I can't even do video editing. Like when I try to stitch a video together, guys, my GPU literally says, no, can't do it. Sorry. Like, oh, my stream just froze. Hold on, I got to refresh. Of course, my stream cuts out as a critical play. There we go. I guess we got a first down. Sorry, guys. 1st and 10. Wait, I've already seen this play. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. I feel like it put me back in time, guys. I'm gonna refresh it one more time. Going to chat. Jonathan says, "Wake up, Ravens." I mean, we're moving down the field pretty well. Here we go. Why is it? It's going back to the same play over and over again for me. I don't know what's going on, guys. Sorry, give me a minute. My stream, where I'm watching the game, cut out, and now it's keeps going back to the same play kind of over and over again almost. I don't understand. All right, there we go. I think we're... Michael says, I really appreciate your live stream and the fact that you're not a drunken idiot like everyone else. And I try, even when I drink, I try to make sure I don't get too sloppy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to present a good product to everyone. Zen says, I'm stuck in diamond. Aren't we all, though? Aren't we all? Jason says, that's why I fuck with this man. So I'm not only because he's knowledgeable, but he's honest. I try, man. I'm a weird guy. I really hate lying and stuff like that, man. It's just not who I am. God, what is going on with my stream right now? I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. I think I have to go to a different site. Lions are a sleeper. You can buy a PC with a 500G and $500. I know, and that's the thing. I know I can buy one. Basically, one, I don't have the money, and that's the thing. It's so frustrating that my PC can't do it. It's just because it's old. Basically, what I need to start doing, I bought a new PC. We bought a new PC for my girlfriend before we bought a new PC for me. Basically, yeah, something's going on with that stream. Man, that's usually my go-to stream. But I'll be honest, dude. I got nothing. I had a little bit of money saved up, and I wanted to pay the rent, basically, and our rent's $2,500, and so my girlfriend didn't have to pay anything. I paid it all for once, and drained my bank account. Ooh, this volume is so loud. 1st and 10. I'm back on the game. Sorry, guys. 45 seconds here. Ball at the 18-yard line of the Rams. Lamar just having to put one away, and low shot to Likely's knee. I know, guys. I know. I need a PC so bad. I would love, guys. I'm not gonna lie. If I had enough of y'all that would support me, I would put on a whole persona. Can we call me Dr. Respect if there's not already one out there? And we got to go polar opposite of Dr. Disrespect. We'll just kill him with kindness. And even I would love to go back and forth with Dr. Disrespect a little bit with that, persona. Oh, you talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I hope you're having a good day. What? Yeah, I hope you're having a great day. I heard your mom's a nice person. And crunched on a 1-yard gain, bringing up a 3rd and 9 for the Ravens. 30 seconds. And where's the timeout, guys? Where's the timeout? Harbaugh! There's less than 30 seconds. Oh my God. You just burned. That was 12 seconds off the clock now. And Isaiah Likely's short, and now there's 10 seconds left on 12 seconds on the game clock. And Baltimore, why? Why would you not use a timeout, Harbaugh? Yeah, now use a timeout on a 4th and 6. Why not take a second? You're in the red zone. Take the timeout. You still would have one more for Tucker's field goal. Take the time. Get that play call. Reach deep in the playbook right there. Get that first down. Maybe even take a shot at the end zone, to be honest with you, a safe shot. Like, honestly, I'd run 5 wide on that play. Force man, so Lamar might be able to run it. Run 3 out of my 5 as seams, and the other 2, one a deep crosser, basically crossers going the opposite way, looking to get out of bounds, basically. And then again, open Lamar to free to run as well. And again, even if you don't get there, you still have this timeout for this field goal. You essentially just wasted a timeout, Harbaugh, and didn't use it. I am frustrated. And that's the calls I don't like about Harbaugh. And with that, the field goal, of course, is good by Tucker. And with 9 seconds left in the half, the Ravens are more than likely going into the locker room down by 3. And again, that's the small... Guys, I know some of y'all like Harbaugh, some of y'all don't. But when I'm talking about the small football things that bother me about Harbaugh, that's it right there. That's the difference between the playoff win and not. Again, now you are going in. Do you really think you're going to need that timeout with 9 seconds left as you kick this ball into the back of the end zone with Justin Tucker? No, they're coming out to kneel the ball more than likely. Like, why would you not use a timeout? You burned 12 seconds off the clock and still got a poor playoff. And gosh, man, I'm telling you guys, that's one of those little things that drives me nuts. Like, Mary Calder says, yes, you are Dr. Respect. I was sitting there in my shower this morning thinking about that. I was like, is there a Dr. Respect? Can I make that character? I'd put on a wig. I'd put on glasses. I would do a whole persona, voice and everything, start a whole new channel. If people would come and like chill with me as I played games. I'm not going to lie, guys. I thought about when they introduced basically the proximity chat to Call of Duty. Your boy thought about downloading Call of Duty and just driving around like a taxi driver and just doing nothing but that. Not even playing the game, just having fun. Sharing stories with people and just, going back and forth. And with the knee, we're going into halftime, guys. 20-17 Rams. Gosh, Thomas Kimball joined us in chat, says the Texans Jets still have no score. What the heck? Christopher says, yeah, sometimes we make dumb calls and we lose some games right now. We should be undefeated, but not going to complain. Exactly, Christopher. My thing is this. There was a preacher that says this, so these are not my words. All credit to this preacher. He says, correction made out of love is a beautiful thing. While yes, I am more than happy with the Ravens team, but when I make these little critiques, it's because I want that team and our players to be the absolute best. I talk about all the time, dude, I hope a lot of our players, play so well that they, go and sign these big deals. I wish the best for every Ravens player that's left the Ravens, basically. So, that's just how I am. Jonathan says, what's wrong with you, John? I know, man. Like I said, thank you for the subscription, Christopher. Dancing Poe up there. But so that's the stuff I'm talking about where like the little things where I feel like we could do a little better. You know what I'm saying? Those little tiny differences. Kalani Rob joined us in chat. Clock management makes or break our team. And that's the thing. He is known since where he took the safety and the punt and the Super Bowl run, whatever. He's known as a genius. Oh, that genius clock management. But if you go back, he's also blown so many clock management calls since then. And it kills me that people get so hung up over one good call that they ignore 5 bad calls. You know what I'm saying? And here's my thing with Harbaugh. Give credit where credit's due. Harbaugh is a great leader of men. He develops good leadership, morale, and develops a good locker room culture. There's no arguing that, and give that man credit where that, honestly, if when Harbaugh's ready to move on from the Ravens or whatever, vice versa, I wouldn't mind transitioning Harbaugh to like player relations, like something inside the department, the Ravens department, basically. But I have bones to pick with Harbaugh in some of his game management situations, his choice in offensive coordinators previously, and what I believe is sometimes lack of accountability in those decisions, as well as I think sometimes he forces the GMs to bring in veteran players that sometimes have inhibited the growth of younger players on our team. That's my opinion from a scouting standpoint, but, I'd love to have these conversations with Harbaugh. All right, let's go across the NFL here, guys. We've got the Lions taking on the Rams today at Soldier Field. We've got a trick play off the rip, DJ Moore and Justin Fields, and DJ Moore on the end around on a 16-yard touchdown. Of course, we saw later this touchdown here by Jared Goff to Josh Reynolds, 8-yard touchdown at halftime. That game still 13-10 Lions, as the Bears looking to show that they got still some potential there. Hey, what up, Terror Dome? Saints taking on the Panthers today. My hometown team, or second hometown team, I should say, the Panthers. I grew up in Myrtle Beach. Saints are leading over the Panthers 14-3. Poor Panthers don't even have their first round draft pick this year due to their trades in the draft, so that record's going to mean nothing to them. Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns today. Joe Flacco trying to put on a show, still in the AFC North, and he's got a man right there. That's David Njoku for a 30-yard touchdown. Can we make some more fun of MGK for trying to pay Travis Kelce $500,000 to come to Cleveland? What a joke MGK is. Bengals taking on the Colts today. Jake Browning trying to continue that after he had a hot game last week, but picked off by Ronnie Harrison Jr., and that's going to be a pick 6 with a 2-point conversion. And that game's Jake Browning actually just scored again. Tanner Hudson. Bengals are up 21-14 on the Colts, while majority of these games are already deep into the third quarter, unlike our game. Jets, Texans, of course. And we've got a score. Randall Cobb in for the Jets. We finally got a score in the third quarter of that game. Jets leading 7-0 over the Texans. Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. We need a miracle because I've forgotten to change my fantasy football lineup. I need Baker Mayfield to make some magic happen. Kyle Pitts finally getting used for the Falcons, but Buccaneers leading that game 12-10, 11 minutes in the third quarter. Let me know, guys. You part of Ravens flock? Who's your team? But Crystal says, John, you supposed to use your timeout when you supposed to? And that's all I'm saying. It's minuscule. Could it come back to haunt us? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we were at the 18-yard line on a 3rd and 8, I believe it was, if I remember correctly. With that being said, 2 timeouts. If we would have used the timeout, we would have had about 30 seconds on the clock right there. You know what I'm saying? So 30 seconds with 2 timeouts. Again, even if we don't get the first down, we still have the timeout for Justin Tucker. And so if you would have got that catch, run the time off, then run the clock down, use the timeout, you still would have left no time on the clock after the Tucker field goal. It just, again, makes no sense. Hey, we got Jeff Brown, a Browns fan in chat. Got our boy Joe Flacco starting for you out there. We got Killer X joining us in chat. Ravens fan all day. But how y'all doing today? How's your fantasy football team doing? I know, guys. I guess I'm going to have to start another channel for gaming, call myself Dr. Respect. But, man, I don't even know if my PC could play any games. I've been talking about it for those that are into gaming on Rocket League and League of Legends. I have like over 150 like loot box items essentially to open in both games. Like, so combined, I have like 300 plus loot boxes to open. I've never paid a dime for them. It's just I've earned them over time by playing, basically. And I would love to do an opening video. That would, I think, be a fun way to do some of the start of the channel, maybe do some opening videos to gain the channel audience. I don't know, man. I want to do more. I also know I need help, like, to be honest with you. It's something I've openly talked about here on the channel a little bit, guys. If I do hit monetization, I might dump any and all money I get from it, either, of course, into upgrading the PC and other streaming equipment, software, stuff like that. But I would love to be able to have someone help me do like editing, help me do clips, like just, I don't know. I know though, for me, I talk about this a lot with my friends. Whenever I'm doing anything, I have a hard time flipping a switch in my brain until either A, I sign a contract, or B, I'm making money off of it. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. But I'm one of those types, once I start a job, when I go home, I can't turn my mind off about my job. My brain obsesses about being better at my job or being the best until I am. And even then, it's why I made a great performance manager for Delta Airlines. And it also kind of drove home some of these tendencies in me. So it's one of those ones. Almost there, guys. And I thank every single one of y'all for joining us today. Y'all are helping me maybe make something come true. Like I said, I'd love to be an NFL scout one day. We're going to be doing a lot of draft coverage here on the channel. But of course, there's just, my problem is, for those that don't know, you might have picked up, your boy might be a little bit ADHD, tested really high in the neural department, like neural speed side. And so I just spit out ideas left and right. Tenchi, you should try setting up a Patreon for people to donate or a GoFundMe. And I have thought about that. I've done a few GoFundMes before. Never got much success. The Patreon is something I do probably need to start. I need to do the Patreon. I need to do like one of those websites like All Links where you put all your stuff basically, which kind of like Patreon. But the thing is, my thing is this with Patreon, I feel like I don't have like enough, I feel like I don't provide a good enough product yet to warrant like a subscription. Like, it's not like you're getting early access to my stream. Maybe you get like Discord information or Discord access or something like that, so we could hang out more often, actually, like in voice chats or yada yada. But it's definitely something I'm exploring, Tenchi. That's a good recommendation, so I appreciate that. And again, if you're here in chat, guys, feel free to chat it up. We're, of course, halftime break, We've got a couple things here and there to talk about, but not too much, more of a Q&A. And that's another thing, guys. When I sat down, I started talking with my girlfriend. I said, all right, let me plan out. So if I called my Ravens game every week, then I called maybe 1 to 2 other games a week. That's 3 videos a week. Then if I wanted to do a fantasy football and game day prediction show, there's a 4th show for the week. Then I kind of want to do a recap, maybe even slightly funny, like kind of like Joe Grossi does, kind of like Benchwarmer Braun does a little bit, like a funny recap of the week. So what's that? 5 videos now, 4 or 5 videos. Then of course collabs, add those, and now we're up to 6 or 7 videos a week. Thank you very much, SDE Media, for the subscription. And when I start thinking about that, my brain, and then of course all the draft coverage I want to do and like all the other smaller videos, my brain starts getting a little overwhelmed, to be honest with you. And then I just feel so swamped in like, I don't know where to start. And it's something I'm mentally trying to work on a little bit. Tenchi says I would set up at least $5 a month, and it's definitely something I'm going to look into, Tenchi, because anything helps. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere. I've actually I want to get into merchandising and like making T-shirts and stuff like that as well, and all kinds of, just it's one of those ones. I actually started a Teespring shop so long ago that you can't start new Teespring shops, I guess now, but I'm grandfathered in because I have my old shops. So it's kind of funny. I made a field goal hat for the Ravens saying just kick the damn field goal. Basically like run the damn ball like my boy Joe Stevens has on his hat. And like technically there is a donate thing on my channel. I think a link for donating through Streamlabs to, but I've never had anyone actually use it. But I think once I hit the 500, I think I get like an official one through YouTube, which would definitely help. Oh, D Quavo Watt says, do Grand Theft Auto roleplay. Oh, you don't even understand, DeQuavo. My boy, like I have one super hard gamer friend. All he wants to do is that and Tarkov, which I've heard the cheaters have gotten bad in Tarkov. But me and him grew up like military friends, and like I don't know, the realism of Tarkov really attracts me. Like, if you know me back from my Twitch streaming days, I used to actually stream Ark Survival Evolved a lot. I have a lot of different games I like to play and I love. Honestly, me and my girlfriend, we have like one save file that over 100 hours in one Stardew Valley save file. It's one of our favorite games to play together. We actually play a lot of League of Legends TFT Team Fight Tactics a lot. And sometimes we even play Fortnite together. And I joked with her, I'm like, do you understand how probably popular we could be as like a gaming streaming couple? Like if y'all don't know, I have of course my PC here, dual monitor with like a $600 PC desk, all this stuff. Right beside it, basically in between a bookshelf, is a absolute matching. So we have like matching desks, we have matching PC monitors. We bought brand new Omen NVIDIA G-Sync monitors a while back whenever we bought her a new PC. So like we have it all. Like a 213X most X hated 213 says go Rams. And with that, guys, Tucker's kick is away and we're back. Rams are going to start the second half with the ball. Let me fix my quarter here. But yeah, there's like, man, I used to, for those that are a little older, if you know Madden, I used to play Madden so competitively. I was trying to get on the Madden bus. And if you don't know what that show is, go Google it, the Madden bus. It's kind of old. But yeah, I like playing 2K and Madden, Quavo, but honestly, I've always had issues with like latency and connections to the servers, especially like 2K, man. I let go of my shot stick and it and then it registers. You know what I'm saying? Um, I play so many games. I love games, honestly. 1st and 10. Little outlet pass right, and oh my God, Brandon Stevens just Goldberg style spears Kyron Williams in the backfield. And I think that's going to be a loss on the play. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I like died there. My girlfriend's a little sick, and I think I'm starting to get sick. Oh, I tried to blow my nose, and it didn't go well, if you know what I mean. So my apologies. I had to run off camera. But Most Hated says, "Ow, Rams, baby." Hey, you weren't in here, Most Hated, earlier. I actually give a lot of respect to Rams Nation and a lot of respect to Sean McVay. So don't get it twisted. I ain't a hater on your Rams at all. You've outscored your opponents 33-7 or 73-33 in the last 3-game win streak. So glad to have you in here, my guy. Thank you for coming and joining us today. Yeah, I know, Chimera. My girlfriend's been bugging me to come back to do the reboot rally for Fortnite. 3rd and 17 because I qualify for it now. After the false start by Dotson, the right guard of the Rams. Handoff going to be a draw play and able just to get some yards back on it. And oh my God, Kyron Williams gets 10 yards on that play? Yeah, honestly, guys, there's a lot going around. Make sure you are wiping stuff down. People they see me wiping down my cart when I go to Publix to go shopping. And they're like, oh, they probably think I'm wiping it down for COVID. Nah, bro, you got staphylococcal pneumonia. You got all kinds of diseases and shit. Them carts ain't cleaned. I'm wiping that down for everything else. I took microbiology. I know. Punt for the Rams here. Good punt. And he's back at the 10-yard line. Makes a man miss and down at what looks like the 23, 24-yard line. DeQuavo says, we got the best offensive Ravens fans. I know, right? It's one of those ones, what kills me, guys, if you ever see me at the Ravens game, you're going to see me, especially next year. I was so excited to get a chant going at the Ravens that I wanted to do. Everyone knows, that, oh my God, I forgot his name. He gets shirtless and he leads the Ravens in the Ravens chant. I want to start my own chant at M&T because we have David Ojabo and Odafe Owe, the old prep school roommates. They're good friends. I would love to get half of the stadium, right? So, of course, you make the O. You lean to one side, right? And that half deep on the O. Oh, way. Deep on that O. And then you take your O and you go to the other side. Ojabo. Back. Oh, way. Ojabo. And get that going in the Ravens Stadium. I think that deep O resonance, I think it would be a home run hit for the PR department of the Ravens. 13 Luck on Mock. Thank you, my guy, for the subscription. Man, we must be getting close to that 500 subscriber goal. Chimera says, one of the streamers I watched got COVID twice and suffered from long COVID for months. Said it was super painful. Be safe. Honestly, when COVID first came out, we were extremely cautious. My girlfriend has had lung issues her entire life. She's on $3,000 worth breathing medications a month. And honestly, it's still barely controlled. No doctor has honestly been able to give a solution. It's so bad. She's been tested for fibromyalgia, or not fibromyalgia. Yeah, fibromyalgia several times because her lungs are so fucked and the doctors just don't know what to do, basically. So of course, when COVID came out, honestly, she went nowhere. I did all the shopping. I did everything. She was but of course, we still went and did certain outdoor activities. Living in Colorado at the time, there was lots of really nice outdoor stuff where we were able, to kind of keep our spacing from people and be safe. I'm glad you got over it. Most Hated said I just got over COVID 2 months ago. DeQuavo says, we making the Super Bowl. It is our year, DeQuavo. No lie. And if you believe the Super Bowl conspiracy theory, hey, we hit 500 subs. Let's go, guys. Oh, I should have had a special thing. Clay Davis, thank you for the subscription, my guy. It looks like the rain is coming down here in M&T now. Gus Edwards with the handoff going up the middle. Horns, baby. Let's go. I cannot believe it, guys. Y'all are fucking lit. Oh, my God. I don't even know, how I can properly express my gratitude and, And honestly, y'all are helping me put on a great stream. I appreciate every single one of y'all that are there in my chat. I love the engagement. Honestly, the engagement's what really keeps me coming back. And I would love to do some more like Q&A style stuff here in the future, maybe on like Friday nights. Or just general talk, you know what I'm saying? There's so many channels I want to do, guys. I want to do a gaming channel. Hold on. Handoff going to Keaton Mitchell. Good cut. Makes 2 men miss. Out to the left side. He's going down the left sideline. And a huge run by Keaton Mitchell. 29 yards down the left sideline. And there's that Ravens running game. Thank you guys for the 500. It means a lot. Like, I know Chimera actually 500 is I believe the start of the monetization. I think now I have to make sure I hit my watch hours, but if I've hit my watch hours, I should be able to go set up super chats now. Like, first and 10. Lamar got a good pocket going deep right. He's got a wide open man. Oh, he had 2 wide open men. Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman both in the same area and just unable to get there. My God, guys, we're at 510 subscribers. Thank you to Quava. We got it. Like, wow, that just, like I said, means a lot. Like, I'm looking at it now to see like if there's a way. Jackson going to keep it going right. He's got a hole. And first down for the Ravens. 11:55 here in the third quarter. Ravens are moving the ball now. Jaquan Thompson says Ravens versus Niners Super Bowl matchup. It might be, honestly. They definitely do look like 2 of the better teams in the NFL right now. I mean, if you don't know like the Super Bowl conspiracy theory about the colors logo, it would trend that way. You know what I'm saying? So 512 guys, we're getting there. Like, oh my God, and my stream just froze. Okay, it's back. And Ravens are finally getting this run game going. Like, Flock Nation, you know what's up. We the flock, the murder, as they call a flock of crows or Ravens. Bobby Brown down for the Rams now. They're going to take a look at him. All right, guys. I unlocked the first slide of monetization. I'm reading through the stuff right now. Dark, basically. iDark says the Ravens are playing bad, to be honest. You know, the outside run defense has been seriously suspect this game. It's something we talked about a lot in this channel over the past few weeks and in the Niners channels. It's something I'm really worried about coming into the Niners game. You know, we've missed some deep balls that were there, but we've hit some deep balls. Of course, those deep balls were kind of wide open on miscommunications. But, you know, we're in this game. We had a mismanagement of the clock earlier before halftime with Harbaugh we talked about. Keaton Mitchell, handoff going left and should have cut back more inside, only gaining about a yard on the play, bringing up 3rd and 4. Dark says, I'm a Ravens fan and we're playing bad. This should honestly not be as close. You know, Dark, we definitely, I think, should have had another score on the board, but give a little credit to Sean McVay and the Rams. The Rams are on a 3-game win streak, and during that time have outscored their opponents 73-33 during that time. There's a lot of rookies on this team, and a lot of the rookies on the defense are actually slowly coming into their own because it's hard to start as a rookie in the NFL. 3rd and 2. Zay Flowers in motion. Lamar, ball tipped at the line, and thankfully falls down to the ground. And on a 4th and 2, I think we're expecting the field goal team out for the Ravens. And Gamecast is going to ruin this for me a little bit. Tucker is going to be good on that field goal. We are tied 20-all here. Ball just hits the guy on the helmet. I just agreed to the terms of the YouTube partner program, guys. I know, I agree. I just hope we can come away with this win. After the bye week, John Harbaugh does have a really strong record of coming out and winning, but the Rams are giving us everything that, again, like I said, the outside run defense, especially with Malik Harrison being out, the sub packages for the Ravens defense for run stuffing packages is a little subpar. I think normally they would take maybe Clowney out of the game and put Malik Harrison in for that. And again, like I said, we're struggling a good bit with it. Most hated jumping in here is just Rams, 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 baby. Dark says we got a tough schedule after this and we need to find ourselves now. Agreed, Dark. Going into the Seattle game is something we talked about here on the channel. According to Football Talk Network, FTN, the Ravens actually had the second hardest remaining schedule in the NFL. Of course, since then, the Ravens beat the Seahawks. Trevor Lawrence has had a high ankle sprain. I believe Christian Kirk as well at the same time for the Jaguars headed to IR. And Kenny Pickett also headed to IR, I believe. So two of the Ravens' opponents have actually had some serious injuries. So honestly, this game and the Rams or the Niners games are the only two ones I'm kind of worried about to finish out the season. I've got a lot of faith in our Ravens team. See, Clay Davis says, same here. It would make a statement if we can get this win. I absolutely agree. I want that number one seed. I want it bad. Like, I want home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Jonathan Thompson says, my grandpa was a Ravens fan, but sad. Aw, RIP to your grandpa, Jonathan. I'm not going to lie. If there was another team I would think about scouting for, it would be the New England Patriots. Just because one of my stepdads was a diehard Patriot fan. He passed this year. Literally like playing golf on Sunday and got diagnosed with late stage cancer on Tuesday, and he was gone by Thursday. And he was one of the most diehard Patriot fans I've ever met in my life. He's a Patriot fan back before Tom Brady, you know, the burn the jersey type of hardcore fan. And I don't know, that love he showed for that organization and also inspired some love from me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most hated says the Rams are no joke, bro. Yeah. You can't go, and Jacksonville's losing right now. That's good to see. And Roquan Smith, for those that don't know, is the Baltimore Ravens Walter Payton nominee of the year. So we're looking to forward to seeing what else he's going to do. Yeah, you know, it happens. You know, we've all lost people over these past years, and it's something I talk about all the time. As when you're growing up, man, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a little mad at my college. I signed up to play intramural football. I lost one of my friends that I played intramural football or rec league football with, you know, flag football with. And for those that don't know, Tyler Thigpen, the former Kansas City Miami Dolphin quarterback, used to play in our flag football league. Our flag football league was no joke. These boys were legit and serious about this. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I really wanted to play football for him and have a team and all this, and I'm very disappointed I didn't get to have one for him. I still don't know why he passed away. We kind of think he took his own life, you know. But anyway, back to the game. 9:55 and a good tackle in the backfield, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 11 here for the Rams offense. Exactly. There's a lot of, and like we all saying in chat, you know, we all family. There's bigger things than football, you know. Stafford, and he's sacked on the play. Let's go. Travis Jones, the University of Connecticut alum. And that's a guy, guys, keep an eye on him, Ravens flock. If Justin Madubuike leaves in free agency, I expect this young man to kind of step up into his role. He doesn't quite have the speed and quickness of Madubuike, but he's got good power. He's actually pretty good against the run as well. And I think the young man's got a future. 3rd and 16 after the sack. Stafford looking deep right, and ball's out of bounds. And they're going to call a flag on Humphrey, but the ball looked uncatchable to me. And they're going to call that a pass interference. But the ball is clearly way out of bounds. Like, there's no way he could catch that ball. Maybe illegal contact? That's what I'm saying. The commentator's saying the same thing. Is that even catchable? And it wasn't. All right, guys. I've officially started the process for my monetization through YouTube. And y'all are a part of it. I've got to go through something called AdSense where they have to, like, I think double check my content and go through some stuff. You know what I mean? But it's all good. And Harbaugh visibly upset about the pass interference call, saying same thing. He said, that's not catchable. That's not a catchable ball. Look at that. It's out of bounds. That's not catchable. It's literally verbatim what he just said to that ref. For those that don't know, my girlfriend suffers from like 90% hearing loss in both ears. She has hearing aids in both ears. So we lip talk a lot, like out in public. It's one of our favorite things when we people watch. We just, have conversations non-verbally. And so we like to lip read a lot. 2nd and 8. 8:10 on the clock. Motion here. Toss play going left. Ravens look like they're there, and they are. Owe, the first man there, and Roquan cleaning it up. And another huge loss as the defense for the Ravens looked like they finally figured this team out. Let's go. Most hated says, fair call. Most hated, I would have actually given that call illegal contact. I think pass interference was the wrong call. However, illegal contact might have been the right call, potentially. So I'll give you that, most hated. 3rd and 12. Play clock ticking down. Ravens bring some pressure. Always on them. Oh, little one-hand catch by Kyren Williams, but Roquan with a big hit, and he's short by about 3 yards of the line to gain. 4th down, and what a catch there. Was that Kyren or is that someone else from the backfield? A great one-hand catch out of the backfield, spins and gets upfield, but not able to get the first down. That's number 23 of the Rams. Yeah, that's Kyren Williams. And Roquan just, Mike Veacher says, I'm confused. The game tracker looked like it's behind our YouTube star here. Honestly, the Gamecast is probably ahead of me because I'm going to be honest with you, my chat, I'm poor. Your boy's dirt poor. He can't afford for actual like YouTube TV or wherever this game is being shown at a more up-to-date pace. I did buy Peacock to try to give better games. I have Paramount. I have a few of the streaming services that have games, but there's nothing that I have right now that'll give me this game quicker. And I apologize deeply to anyone in my audience. I truly wish I had a way to deliver a better product to you and for you. I put the Gamecast there just because I know some people would honestly just rather have the Gamecast up maybe. So I do it just as something to try to add to my audience, because I'm trying to create a better product for y'all, essentially. So if y'all ever have any recommendations, any critiques, feel free to put them there. You're never going to get bad feedback from me. I know my channel needs a lot of work and a lot of effort into it. So, Daniel Barry says, hey, go Rams. Daniel, you're supposed to be my boy. The game tracker is ahead, says Clay Davis. Yep. I hope your girlfriend gets well soon. Yeah, hopefully the sickness passes, but for her, ears, it's like genetic, basically. It's just one of those ones, man. People don't understand how expensive hearing aids are. And unless you're either under 18 or over 65, there is like no help. They give you one pair when you're under 18, and then they're like, yeah, we expect you to save $3,000 to $5,000 to buy a pair of hearing aids. Like one's, not like, oh, I'm missing 40%. This is a 90% loss. Like, it's a serious one where you need very good hearing aids, not cheap little ones you can buy like at Sam's, sadly. But Mike Vitri says, no worries, man. I live in Tennessee, so I can't see live either. I just want to see what the most recent update is. You're great, man. I appreciate it, my guy. Mike, you live in Tennessee. I made the mistake. I moved to Arkansas one time. So I drove from Rock Hill Winthrop University to Bentonville, Arkansas, where Walmart's home office is at. Doing that, though, I drove directly horizontal through Tennessee. So I drove I had never wanted to get out of the state so bad. I got on one road, and I think it literally said, like, take your exit in 1,200 miles or some like absolutely insane amount of miles. Like, and I was like, oh my God, what have I done? So one of my fun little stories to Tennessee. Chill Dill says, get the NFL Game Pass and then write it off as a business expense. You know what, Chill Dill, now that I actually hit my first monetization goal, I might be actually able to pull that off. So let me make a note of that before I forget that, to be honest with you. Great point, my boy Chill Dill. So thank you for bringing that up. I really appreciate it. Hey, everyone's giving me good advice. Don't be hating on nobody in my chat, guys. All right, let's get back to the game, though. I'm very sorry, guys. Sorry. I'll get back to the chat in a moment here. 2nd and 5. We're at 6 minutes, 10 seconds here in the third quarter. A tie 20-20 game. Ball at the 15-yard line of the Ravens. So full field to drive here for the Ravens. Likely the man in motion going there. And, sadly drops the ball on the play. 3rd and 5 now. Festus Anameka, you going to be all right. Just trust and believe in the process. I'm trying, my guy. Man, like I've talked about it, some guys, y'all really keep me going. Y'all really do. There have been some weeks where I've inner talks with the girlfriend where I'm like, why the heck am I doing this? No one's going to come watch me. No one cares about my channel, and then every week y'all come in here and y'all surprise me and y'all make it worth it coming here every week. So I appreciate y'all. 3rd and 5. Oh no, high snap is going to the back of the end zone. And Lamar's just going to boot it through the back of the end zone. And with that, that's going to be a safety. And oh no, safety by the Rams. What just happened? Oh my God. Thank you for the subscription, Keith Allen. Hey, you the country singer? But oh my gosh, Lamar just not ready for the snap. Linderbaum snaps it, and Lamar punts it through the back of the end zone to prevent a 7-point. With that, of course, the Rams will get the ball back. And my God, what just happened? You know what, guys? That's deserving of a Harbaugh head shake. Oh, that was a heartbreaker. Hey, really? No way you're Northwest Arkansas. Lock on mock. That's crazy. Most hated says, I'm a Rams fan and I'm a Ravens podcast. Hey, respect where respect's due. I've been told a lot that one of my good things is I don't shit on other teams. I tell people, not only am I a Ravens fan, I'm a fan of football. So I try to call fair and honest opinions on things and not let my bias of my team affect my ability to analyze and call it, as I see it, basically. So, and punt here coming from Stout after the safety. Mike Vitri says, if we're going to lose any of the last 5 games, figure to be Jack's knives. I know, right? Booms one and going to take that ball at the 6, coming out and down at what looks like the 29-yard line. So going to be about a 70 yards to go here for the Rams, but that was a heartbreaker for the Ravens. Gamer101 joined us and he says, I may be a Fins fan, but I'm loving this Ravens play-by-play. Can't wait for a game. Oh, I know. Gamer, honestly, that game, you're a Fins fan. I was actually at the Dolphins-Ravens game when Lamar got hurt. When Tua came into the game and blew the Ravens out, I was down in Hard Rock Stadium for that game. It was a heartbreaker. So thanks for joining me today, man. Kalani Rob says, not enough respect for the center position. I agreed. Tyler Linderbaum's a star. And I know going back to the tape after this, it's going to be good to watch Aaron Donald versus him. Clay says, well, typical Ravens mistake. It kind of is, man. Like, these are the small mistakes that are killing us right now. And shout out to Gamer101. I will be this. I feel like if Tyreek Hill breaks 2K yards, I think we have to talk about quarterback bias in the MVP race. If Tyreek breaks 2K yards, I don't think anyone should even be in the conversation, to be honest with you, about MVP. And he's on pace, so I hope so. Well, I hope so, except for the Ravens game. And we've got a Rams player that was down on the play. They've got him off the field now. And what a game here, guys. Time of possession dominated by the Rams in the first half. Pretty even here in the second half. Ravens now have to not let the Rams run this clock out here in the third quarter. Rams have had a pretty good job running the ball in the first half. Stafford having to scramble out, just getting this ball away. And second down now. Ravens really just seem like they figured out something here on defense. Well, Jonathan says the Ravens can't do anything. You know, first half I would agree with you. The second half they've kind of started to look a little more like that traditional Ravens defense. I don't know what the change has been, but it's pretty good. Stafford though, 23 dropbacks, 2 sacks, 3 knockdowns. Honestly, pretty clean pocket. So basically only 5 times under duress out of his 23 snaps. Ravens look like they might bring a corner blitz. They back out of it, only bring 4. Pass over the middle, and that's going to be Nakua. Bringing the Rams into a third and manageable 5:35 here in the third quarter. Clay Davis says, all Chief fans want us to lose. They really do. They want us to lose so bad. ICGT, yes we do. Sorry. Hey, welcome in, ICGT. 3rd and 4 here. As this rain's coming down, it looks like in Baltimore. It's hard to tell. I can't tell if the camera's just grainy or if it's rain. There's that little motion by the Rams again on the right side. Stafford looking there. Got a man wide open. And that's Kupp. Oh, he breaks Arthur Mullet. He's still going. And he's down at about the 35-yard line. And Matthew Stafford finding a wide open man. Let's see what happens here for the Ravens. It almost looked like a miscommunication or... Oh, Cooper Kupp just absolutely destroys Arthur Mullet on the play. Just leaves him in the dirt on a one-on-one coverage. And like I said, hits Kupp. What was that like officially? Probably like 20 yards? 5, 10, 15. Yeah, about 20-yard gain. 4:20 on the clock. 1st and 10 here for the Rams. Ball on the 33-yard line of the Ravens. Kyron Williams running up the middle and gain of maybe about 3 on the play. Mike Vetri says 7 penalties for 79 yards, and we've had the ball 10 minutes less. That's the story. You're absolutely right with that, Mike. And we talked about that a little earlier. I think when it was the Rams only had 2 penalties to, I think, the Ravens 5, but I think it was for like 60 yards. So Most Hated said, where did my buddy Daniel go? I know, right? You need some backup. 2nd and 6, 11, or no, I'm sorry, it's 13 personnel here for the Rams. And oh, great tackle by Roquan in the backfield. Outside zone run going right, and Roquan shoots the gap and going to be a tackle for a loss on the play. Kalani Rob says, Kupp is still deadly. He really is. I've always respected Kupp as someone that started as a wide receiver when I was playing football. the way he wins through his route running and just IQ and savviness is something I could truly appreciate. Screenplay, and oh my God! Kyle Van Noy blows the screenplay up. That's like a loss of 5 or more on the play. And Ravens defense finally coming to life here with 2:50 left in the third. Oh, Kyle Van Noy slips around the tackle of the Rams and just destroys Kyron Williams in the backfield. Brings up a 4th and 15, and I believe the punter is coming out for the Rams now. Is it the field goal kicker? Punt team's out, actually. Cool. So we expect this ball to be game clock or play clock expired. They either didn't reset it or we got the flag. A delay a game offense. Back them up 5 more yards. So Baltimore still probably going to get pinned pretty deep here. Let's wait to see where the ball is. Chimera, thanks for coming in, my guy. I appreciate you. Make sure you get your college work done. Dude, that hit by Roquan and then Kyle Van Noy on back-to-back plays. Like, ooh. And ball going to be ball looks like it was knocked back out of the end zone. And what would have been a touchback is now down. It looks like at the 1 yard line. Let's wait and see. He gets it. Yep. Oh, he's on the line when he touches the ball. That will be a touchback. Hopefully Harbaugh challenges it. Ruling on the field is ball down at the 1, but hopefully the replay will change that. Jonathan Thompson asking a good question in chat. Is Patrick Queen staying with the Ravens next year? I really want him to. I'm going to be honest with you. I of course, would love to keep Roquan and Patrick Queen together for like the next 4 years. However, my understanding is the current projection of Patrick Queen's contract is probably like 4 years, 46 to 60 million, which I don't know if the Ravens will be able to squeak that into the cap equation. Of course, Justin Madubuike is going to be in that equation as well. And if you had to choose between keeping Madubuike or keeping Patrick Queen, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to choose Madubuike in that decision. It's just the trend in the NFL, generally speaking, looking at salary cap implications, it is generally looked upon that you cannot pay 2 off-ball linebackers top-tier money. Just to statistically speaking about play, where money should go on the teams. Now, of course, that can be influenced by rookie contracts. You know, if I've got a rookie that's like the Wake Forest guy Turner of the Rams tearing it up, you know, I could probably sign PQ to that 4-year contract because I know I've got my star D tackle lined up for 4 years. You know, every situation's a little different, but with Madubuike and PQ coming up for the contracts, you know, we might not be able to keep Madubuike. He might be signing for Justin Hargreaves level money. You know, because we tried to sign him an extension and we didn't get it. And I appreciate you. Oh yeah, Lock on Monk. I meant to say Northwest Arkansas. I actually used to be the performance manager of XNA, Northwest Arkansas Regional Airport, where I was also the charter coordinator for the University of Arkansas. So I got to meet LSU, Auburn, USC, and University of Tennessee, actually. University of Tennessee, actually, the friendliest team I met. The guy, the team director that does travel for the team, actually gave me a University of Tennessee shirt, which is in my closet. And behind me, you can't see it, but I actually have a University of Arkansas Razorback hat back there with all my other hats. You can't see it too. I actually have a hat from Ron Hill, former vice president of NFL operations, who I met in my time working in the airlines as well. 1st and 10, Lamar climbing the pocket, gonna run for it, got a little bit of space. He's still going, and first down and more down at just short of the 40-yard line. 150 and ticking here for the Ravens. OMG for life says, go Rams from a Chiefs fan. I know. Logan says, imagine we get Aaron Donald. Oh, Logan, I'm telling you, someone watched the draft. I was voting for Luke Kuechly back in the day. I wanted Aaron Donald. We were that close to getting TJ Watt, in my opinion. Like, there are so many guys. I'm like, of course, I really wanted DJ Moore, you know? And can you imagine DJ Moore with Lamar Jackson right now? Just saying. Like, we would have never drafted Bateman. Nothing against Bateman. I love Bateman. But all right. Man, I got a bunch of the Arkansas crowd up in here. That's the thing. I actually used to be a traveling trainer for Delta Airlines. So I've been all across the U.S. a lot. I've lived in more states. I've lived in 5 different states over the past 10 years. Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, South Carolina, Ohio. Where else? I've lived a few other places. 2nd and 5. And oh my God, Jackson gets away from a sack. And oh my God, I don't even know what just happened there. Lamar just makes a miracle happen, dodging a sack. And we got some people join us in the chat. Helen Keen Miles says, let's go Ravens. Welcome into the chat. And Jackson looking left, and Keaton Mitchell got to get there a little early, but does able to pick up the block and take the defensive player's legs out. Jackson takes a low hit, though, on the play. Not something I want to see. And I got a funny story for y'all about Bateman here in a minute after this 3rd and 5. God, my nose is getting so stuffed up. Zay Flowers in motion. Lamar stepping up, looking there, and got the first down. Let's go. And ball almost at the 50-yard line now for the Ravens. There's a Steelers fan, guys, that lives in my complex, and he does a college football talk show. And he was talking about having me on and all this stuff. But we were talking to him, and we were talking about this upcoming season. And I was like, oh, yeah, Rashad Bateman, yada, 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 yada. And he's like, Rashad Bateman, he's not even on your team. And I'm like, looking at this Steelers fan like, you're crazy, bro. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're getting Rashad Bateman confused with Brashad Perriman, who now plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because he was like, no, Bateman's not on your team. He's on the Buccaneers. I'm like, no, that's Rashad Perriman, the former 1st-round pick by the Ravens. You know, similar player type, similar build. I get it. This Steelers fan legitimately looked at me and said, I'll bet you $1,000. I'll bet you $1,000 Bateman's not on the Ravens roster right now. And I'm just sitting there going, I'm too good of a person. Man, this would be easy money. Just, hey, can you mind if I video you real quick making this bet with me? Shakes hands, makes bet. Only has to pull up depth chart to prove him wrong. Takes him to court for $1,000. I could have. But that's also those are the type of guys where I'm like, you know, I hope your show does well. I hope you doing well. I wish you nothing the best. But honestly, that's not the type of ignorance I'm trying to deal with on a talk show. That, you know, just saying. Aiden K Plays joining us in chat. I went to the Ravens versus Bengal game the other week. I have sideline tickets and met the legend of the game. It was so much. Oh, I'm so jealous of you, Aiden. And those that don't know, I'm such a diehard Ravens fan. I live all the way now down in Fort Myers, Florida, like the bottom, like furthest south almost you can get in Florida. I drove 18 hours to go to training camp at M&T Bank Stadium this past offseason. It was brutal. And that's 18 hours one way, by the way. Mike Vitri says, I always want to support my Ravens. Got 17 jerseys, even a Tyrod Taylor jersey. That is serious dedication. I wish I had the money to do that. I used to have a signed Ed Reed jersey, and then I lost it. It got stolen from me, honestly. And of course, you can see I have the 57 jersey behind me. Not only is the 57 jersey a shout out to Mosley and Bart Scott, but to me, and my football story, it also always held a special place in my heart because it was the undrafted rookie free agent number of Bart Scott. It was that story of the underdog of the undrafted rookie free agents of the Baltimore Ravens that, we had a historic run of them making the roster. So that's one of my connections with the 57 jersey. Dark says Ravens need to step it up in the 4th quarter. I agree, man. We've got to, I don't know what's going on right now. Mike Vitri says, if we score, we still need our D to keep the momentum from that last drive. Absolutely. Chad Muir says, would he actually mean to pay you? That's the thing, Chad. I actually just took a business law class in college and finished it. Technically, alcohol does not excuse you from making a bet that you think and can acknowledge I forgot the Supreme Court's case or state case that's ruled upon, but it's if you actually look it up, it was a bet or an agreement made on a napkin written at a bar, and it was enforced legally because there was enough to show that enough thought process went into it, even if one person was under the cohesion or of alcohol, essentially. So fun fact, even if you're drunk, don't make bets, especially if someone's gonna like, hey, can I video that? You want to put that in writing? Like something that can be used in the court of law as physical or verbal proof as a recording, essentially. Also, make sure to familiarize yourself with your recording laws in your state. Some states are what are known as one-way recording law states. 2nd and 10. Lamar Jackson dropping back. Short pass right. That's Isaiah Likely. Got some space and stiff arm, and he's got the first down. And Isaiah Likely, the CCU Chanticleer, having a big day for the Ravens today. Most Hated said, I told you the Rams are no joke, and I have agreed with you, Most Hated. Payback joining us in chat. Welcome in, my guy. Raven Nation, let's get it. And again, guys, if y'all don't mind, if you've got the time, make sure you hit that like button. Like Joe says, smash that like button. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm, and if you hit that subscribe button, it greatly helps us even more. We just hit our first goal of 500 subscribers. 1st and 10. Handoff going up the middle. Gus Edwards trying to make something happen, and maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Clay Davis says this will show our Super Bowl potential. Honestly, Clay, the real game is going to be the Niners and Dolphins games. Those are the games to keep an eye on. Oh, I know, Mike. Bart Scott inspired me. When I played semi-pro football, and for those that don't know, I walked on to CCU as well as a tight end. The positions I've started as a wide receiver safety that transitioned to a tight end linebacker, basically. 2nd and 8. Lamar going deep right. Got a wide open OBJ and another first down for the Ravens as they're approaching the end zone. I know. Who y'all got for the Cowboys game tonight? It's Cowboys-Eagles, right, tonight? Logan says we're struggling without Mark. We are and we are. Isaiah isn't as big as Mark Andrews. He's definitely not as good as a blocker as Mark Andrews. But Isaiah brings, I feel like, a slightly better run after. Well, he brings better speed in the run after catch. Mark is a way better power runner after catch. Like, Mark just carries people while Isaiah tries to make people miss and then hit them. Karen Yarborough says, I love my hometown team. Lamar Jackson and his team are Super Bowl where they are this year. They really are. Welcome in. Jonathan Thompson said we would be winning with Mark Andrews. Maybe. Lamar, he's missed a couple of those deep balls here and there. The Ravens' run defense in the first half needed to make adjustments quicker. It's 2nd and 7. Oh, getting blitzed and off the hands of his intended receiver, Zay Flowers. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Ravens. Rams brought some pressure and they got to Jackson, but able to get away. Most Hated says, I can hear crickets in the Ram podcast. It's a tight game, man. It's a fun game. This is all what we really come to watch, right? Clay Davis says, showing how we play down the fourth. Oh, man, don't even get started about those fourth quarter talks. 3rd and 7. Lamar having to roll out right. And, going to be just short. Going to be like a 4th and 2. And sadly, Gamecast is going to ruin this for me a little bit. I can already see we kick a field goal. So with that, Tucker's going to kick a field goal, bringing the official score here, 23-22. Baltimore retaking the lead here in the fourth quarter. but there's plenty of time left in this game. Mason Chalk joining us in chat. I've been a Ravens fan since 2010. Welcome. Glad you to be joining us. Welcome to the Raven flock. And again, here we are on that field goal kick by Justin Tucker. And of course, good. Aiden K plays. I stayed up till 1 a.m. after the game to get my OBJ jersey signed by a JT and got a jersey from the backup running back and a D lineman. And Patrick came up to me and gave, bro, that's so awesome, Aiden. Congrats on that, my guy. And like Clay said, please take the field goal. You know, and there's been a little bit of talk, you know, about Justin Tucker missing field goals, and now he's not the most accurate kicker in NFL history. Yada, 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 yada. But let me talk about something here. Let me find my stats on this. So, of course, Tucker has missed 5 field goals this season. That's his most since 2015. However, if you look at the field goals he's missed, Raven flock, 4 out of 5 are from 53 plus. His misses this season, 59, 61, 53, and 55. Give the man a break. And he came out and said he don't care about the record, which was a sigh of relief for me and put me a lot of ease. You know what I'm saying? Ada says, on the sideline, I got a chain signed by Zay, and I got a pick with him and the punter. Gave me a fit. Bro, Aiden, you got all the swag, my guy. Like, congrats. Dark says, OBJ, 3 catches for 83 yards. OBJ looking like that old Rams playoff OBJ. And I stressed this to the Ravens flock, you know, earlier in the season. They're like, how do you feel about OBJ? I was like, you know, whatever, up and down on it. But here's my thing. I could care less because people are like, oh, he's hurt. How do you feel? I could care less how many regular season snaps OBJ takes, to be honest with you. We're going to the playoffs. We have the depth. I could care less. All I want from OBJ is to flip that switch in the playoffs. I want that OBJ on a Super Bowl run, going for several hundred yards, several touchdowns during that run. You know what I'm saying? We signed OBJ to a 1-year deal with void contract years. That's a Super Bowl move. That's what a lot of these teams do to try to make a Super Bowl run. It was well done. And it's actually something that Eric DaCosta and Ozzie Newsome had usually shown a reluctance to do those style of contracts. So it shows again that they understood this is the Super Bowl team for the Ravens. This is the year for us to potentially make a run. So I know for those that don't know Raven flock, I'm a hardcore Ravens fan. Like I said, I used to play linebacker. When I would go to work out or like pregame, sometimes I would put on Ray Lewis motivational speeches. Like, oh, there's one I love that he did at a youth center as an impromptu speech after giving a speech to, I think, the Maryland lacrosse team before the national championship game. One of my all-time favorites. MB Lil, welcome in. We're back in the lead, so it's doing good. Ravens defense got to keep them, though, get a 3 and out here potentially. They did good the past few drives, but... That's crazy. Justin Fields and Zach Wilson playing well. You know, I've talked about it. Bears have a lot of potential in the future. They had a lot of draft picks. They had a lot of cap money. Oh no. Kyle Hamilton has a heavy rep on his left knee, guys, and we don't think he's coming back into the game. That is not good for the Ravens defense right now. 1st and 10, ball on 25 of the Rams. 11-15 here in the 4th quarter. Stafford he had a man wide open over the middle. Would have been a 20-yard catch to Nakua, and Nakua just drops it uncharacteristically. He turns his head, though. Young wide receivers, take note. Do not start looking for where you're going to run until you have secured the ball. Right there is a classic example. Dang, Mason Chalk, you got 2 signed balls from Ray Lewis from 1999? That's nuts. Y'all got all the good swag, like legitimately. 2nd and 10. Handoff going up the middle. No room on the play, only a gain of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Michael Pierce setting the tone there in the middle. Oh, can we talk about, does anyone remember the play from Derek Mason on the long touchdown run where he got slammed in the middle like sandwich? It knocked the wind out of him and he like froze, almost fell, and then he ran the ball all the way in for the touchdown. I cannot praise Derek Mason enough. Like, I miss that man. 3rd and 8. Stafford slinging it over the hands of his wide receiver. Let's go, Ravens! 4th and 8 with 10:35, and the punt team's coming out for the Rams. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh my gosh. I'm just dying. Try to blow my nose, it doesn't work. And then, yeah. Y'all ever like blow your nose so hard you get extremely lightheaded, like really lightheaded? Whew. You know, and I'll be honest, guys, I would love to get into scouting and all this more because for those that are new to the channel, you know, I worked a long time for Delta Airlines, but I actually can't do outside work anymore. I had a heat stroke working for the airlines. I was doing like 80 to 100 hours a week. I was actually working towards my first promotion where I actually, before the job, won my promotion to be the next gate manager in Minneapolis. So I was 20 years old, supposed to be managing 60 gates a day in Minneapolis, basically. And then in between, when I won the job through the promotion and actually accepted my official offer from the company, I went down with a heat stroke. They found me out cold in a corner. I had been out cold for like 20 minutes. When I came to, I could not feel or move anything from my neck down. I suffered some permanent neurological damage due to it. And honestly, I'm telling you guys, if I ever make it big, I've got to find one person. My life was saved by a random EMT. From Myrtle Beach to New York LaGuardia, we only had seasonal flights. An EMT was actually going on to the LaGuardia flight out departing Myrtle Beach, and he heard the bang as I went down and hit the wall and glass, basically, in the corner. So as he was walking out to his plane, he looked back, and he's the one that found me out cold in the corner. And they actually stalled the plane a little bit so he could take care of me. And not only did that man find me, he also stopped the police from giving me water. Which, let me tell you a fact, guys, you could save someone's life. If someone is out cold, like they are actually engaged in a heat stroke, do not give them water. If you cool them internally first, they'll send their body into shock. You have to cool them externally first. And he stopped the 2 firefighters that were there hovering over me from giving me water. So not only did he find me and save my life, but he stopped them from sending me into shock and preventing potentially even more damage. So I'm telling you, that's one of those feel-good stories. If I ever make it, guys, I will find that man. There's no way, like hearing that story, it can't have happened to many type people, you know what I'm saying? But all right, we'll get back to the game here. 1st and 10, handoff to Gus Edwards up the middle and nowhere on the play. Brown the third in there for the Rams, plugging it up. You know, and even though I've had some bad experiences with Delta Airline, guys, let me tell you this. There's no better airline. I'll say that till the day I die. They are the best airline. I've worked for Delta Airlines, United Airlines, US Airlines, Spirit Airlines, and I've done contract takeovers and mass retrainings. There's no better airline. 2nd and 9, 9:52, and my friend's a dispatcher for American Airlines. And my friend used to be the regional manager of Allegiant Airlines, which is the one I will tell you, never fly Allegiant Airlines. Lamar has all freaking day right now. And just dancing around and able to scramble for a few yards. Going to bring up what looks like maybe a 3rd and 6 on the play. And yeah, don't ever let a job work you to death, guys. Like, Fun fact, I could find no lawyer that would take the case against Delta. They actually messed up my workman's comp, and they did not pay my ambulance bill from the airport to the hospital, which eventually the state came and took my state tax returns for. I fought them. I've still never gotten that money back. They didn't pay me my short-term or long-term disability payout. It was pretty bad, to be honest with you. Jackson delivers a bullet to Zay, and he's going to be maybe a yard short of the first down. And they're fighting for the ball. Hey, Justin Fields and Zach Wilson playing well. Carol Commitzer says, I'm in North Carolina. I'm a huge Raven fan. Only Panthers on TV. Yuck. I know, Carol. I grew up in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, so I can kind of relate. The Panthers are like my second team. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I've got a project I'm thinking about doing in the offseason called PRP, a.k.a. Project Rebuild Panthers, because they need some work, man. Yeah, and I'm not sure on who's winning the Texan-Jet game. By the way, on the 4th and 1, Jordan Stout out here to punt the ball for the Ravens. Going to put some trust in this Ravens defense. High punt by Stout. Ball at the 15. Oh, it's muffed! It ball's out! Oh, but it looks like he's able to recover. Oh my gosh, almost a critical mistake by the Rams. And they're fighting for it at the bottom of the ball here. Jalen Armour Davis, the first player there for the Ravens. And let's get some updates across the NFL, guys. 1:30 left in the Buccaneers-Falcon game. Falcons are leading 25-22 over the Buccaneers. Bears are currently leading 28-13 over the Lions right now. Lions are getting destroyed. Bengals are up 34-14 on the Colts. We got a couple blowouts. Browns are winning 28-14 with Joe Flacco against the Jaguars. Saints, of course, blowing out the Panthers 28-6. And the Jets blowing out the Texans 27-6. What is going on this week in the NFL, guys? What the heck? 8 minutes, 1st and 10 here for the Rams. Ball at the 15-yard line of the Rams. Run going left, outside zone. Got a little bit of space, and Kyron Williams probably with a 6-yard gain on the play, my guess. Pretty good run. Chad Mears, that guy really is, man. Whoever that EMT is like my guardian angel, legitimately. Killer says, don't blow hard or often. You make it worse for your sinus and swell your nose. Blow blight. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Killer. I do need to be doing more with that. Got to be careful. I'm not trying to give myself an aneurysm by blowing my nose. Fun fact, I started school as a nuclear medicine technician. Handoff going up the middle, little jump cut. Oh, Kyron Williams takes nothing into something and breaks a big run, I believe, across the 50-yard line. And my gosh, like they said, he went 0 to 100 real quick. Watch this. He's in the end zone. Little jump cut, cut back left, breaks a tackle, breaks a second tackle, and he's coming up on the 50-yard line there. And my gosh, what a game. The Rams' run game has just been dominant. Especially to the outside. It's when they run inside when the Ravens' defense is finding success, to be honest with you. Come on, defense. We need a turnover. I got you on my fantasy football. Oh, Stafford gets hit, but finds a man over the middle. And that's Davis Allen, the tight end again. And another first down for the Rams. Oh, I'm sorry, easy money. I'm sorry about your parlay, my guy. I want to start doing more of that, to be honest with you. Stafford going deep right and got Nakua. What a catch. A diving grab by Nakua on the right end zone. Or right sideline, I'm sorry. What a throw and catch from Stafford and Nakua. And Stafford is holding the right side of his chest now a little bit after that hit. And my God, Nakua out there looking like Anthony Gonzalez with no gloves on right now. Shout out to the Hall of Fame tight end. And Matabike, the one that hits him. And oh yeah, Matabike's elbow kind of comes down in the rib cage a little bit there, right where Stafford's grabbing. That would hurt anyone, a 300-pound D tackle putting his elbow into you as you go down to the ground. Kyron Williams going run left, and we've got 5:30 here on the clock, guys. Fourth quarter in a 1-point game right now. Jason Danzy, Ayo, come on, like we can see you over talking with, watch this. Oh, I know it's killing me, guys. This outside run by the Rams, and then when the Ravens bring extra pressure to try to defend it, Stafford is finding the holes in the zone over the middle and the outside, not quarter, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think the technical coverage, not flat either. The 10-yard flat, basically, 15. Cup with a man miss. Cup's out of the bounds at what looks like maybe the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Rams with 4:52 on the clock. And Cup looks like he came up limping on the play. Doc Central Station says, why are we so excited for Ram plays? Hey, man, it's just one of those ones. I'm excited for football. I give respect where respect's due. It's a heartbreaker for the Rams, but how can you not be excited watching a diving catch like that by Nakua a minute ago? Like, football's football. Oh, thank you for the quarter thing, by the way. I do need to update my quarter. Stafford dropping back, getting pressured, throwing it off, and through the back of the end zone and incomplete. Ravens really need to make another red zone stand here. They've done a great job so far today in the red zone, but this might be the most crucial so far. Thank you, by the way, Fabian Estrada, for telling me about the scoreboard. I appreciate it. It's something I have to constantly keep track of here in OBS and change it physically myself. Jason Sanders says, who do you think we face in the bowl? 49ers? Oh, it's got to be Niners, man. The Eagles might get the revenge game. Sometimes they say whoever wins in the regular season loses it in the playoffs, but Niners just look good, man. Van Noy getting pressure. Stafford gets it off, though, and touchdown, but we've got a flag on the field. Let's see what it is. And I believe that's DeMarcus Robinson with the touchdown for the Rams. And that's, though DeMarcus used to play for us a little bit, basically took the role of Nelson Aguilar. It's got to be the Niners, though, in the big dance, Jason. And let's see what the flag is here. I'm guessing it's going to be on the Ravens defense, but let's wait and see. Rams look like they might be going for a 2-point conversion too, because it still says flag, but they never even gave us a call. So Rams are now going to go for it. Oh, wait, no, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. The flag brought it back. Second and goal. Wait, what? I'm so confused. The score just changed. Why is there a challenge flag coming out now? I am so confused. What is going on right now? Zen, and agreed, man. Like I said, our run defense has been so suspect on the outside. Harbaugh having a conversation with the refs. So Harbaugh, the one to throw the challenge flag. Let's see what he's challenging. McVay's like, why is he challenging this? And oh, Harbaugh getting schooled by the refs. He's not allowed to challenge the ball right now. Harbaugh just got schooled in coaching school. It's ruled a touchdown. He can't challenge it. And oh, that's a horrible flag. There's nothing on the play. There's literally nothing. I can understand why they picked up the flag. And what is Harbaugh challenging there? Like, even the announcers are like, what is he challenging? There's nothing to challenge. He's not allowed to challenge. It's already been ruled by the, on every scoring play, they already take a look at it. Like, Oh my God, and Baltimore's going to get charged a timeout now because they cannot challenge it. Oh my God, boo Harbaugh, getting showed why he's not a good coach. He doesn't even know the challenge rules. What was he challenging? We got to wait for the post-game press conference for that. Harbaugh just wasted a timeout for the Ravens. Oh my God, I am furious right now. That is 2 times he's mismanaged the clock now in this game. His only job. Play action, Stafford going for this 2-point and incomplete. And oh, that's going to keep it a 6-point game. 28-23. I'm sorry, 5-point game. I'm so sorry. And I think I just heard someone screaming at Harbaugh from their fans. I think I just heard someone scream, "Fire Harbaugh." Which, I mean, as a Ravens fan, guys, let me ask, like literally, we talked about it earlier in the first half where he had 30 seconds, had 2 timeouts, refused to use one on a critical 3rd and 8. And now a challenge on what? Like, there's no, honestly, the flag was picked up. It should have been. There was no, like, just... Catch 1, 2, 3, 4, down to the ground. Like, what the hell was Harbaugh trying to challenge? And like I said, it's already reviewed. It's only reviewed by upstairs. Like, bro, that's, hold on. We got a gift for that. Good old Harbaugh. That's a Harbaugh head shake. Like, and guys, that's the stuff I'm talking about with John Harbaugh. Like I said, acknowledge that he's a good leader of men, but that was a bonehead play. And I very much am anticipating and look forward to the post press conference to be like, Harbaugh, what the hell was that? Like, Jason Danzy says, feel you on the 49ers, but definitely would love to see us go against the Eagles too. I agree with you on that. And I'll get to the chat. I'll get back to when I started my bone to pick with Harbaugh. Oh, Jackson getting pressured, able to get the ball away and off Zay's hands. Or I'm sorry, not Zay's, Justice Hill's hands. 2nd and 10. For those that don't know, I've had a bone to pick with Harbaugh for a long time. Actually, going all the way back to it right after we won the Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl, for Raven fans that remember, and we're on review here, so I'm going to talk. We opened up the season at Denver, first-time Super Bowl champions, opened away, due to the parking situation with the Orioles, yada, yada, yada. Harbaugh said all offseason, we're coming in here to beat Peyton Manning, and we took so few defensive backs into that roster or game after one injury. We had no substitutions at defensive back for the Baltimore Ravens. I was at that point, I said, John Harbaugh went into this game so unprepared for Peyton Manning in this offense and made such bad game personnel decisions that was inexcusable to me. So for when he went to the post-game press conference, it was like, we did everything we could to make sure we planned for this team, but no, you didn't. No, you didn't. And it was clear even to me, a rookie sideline quarterback armchair coach, that you didn't do your job right. But whatever. All right, 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson on the 35-yard line. Deep drop, Lamar having a roll, man, he's just kind of making people miss. Lamar just making everybody miss and running and tiptoes out of bounds for another 1st down. Jason Dancy says, go figure, the team I like more than Cowboys over the Eagles until we got the Ravens with them ever since. Hey, I appreciate you, my guy. Young Bull says, time for a new head coach, man. And Kalani says, wow, I see now. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I give credit to John Harbaugh. I think he's an exceptional leader of men. However, I think he has struggled on football knowledge and actual football game time decisions. And it's a little frustrating considering you're not running the offense or the defense. 2nd and 1, pass, that's going to be Flowers, and another 1st down just short of the 50-yard line. Ravens making some good movement downfield here with 4 minutes on the clock. So officially, at the 50-yard line, the Baltimore Ravens could start a 4 minutes offense. And as I say that, they move to a no huddle. Lamar looking left, got a man. That's Zay, and another first down. TTV Lit says, I'm pooping bricks right now. I hope we win. Oh, man. Have faith. Have faith. Sergio Sheard, Ravens need to get right. We do. Azo, I don't think there's a better replacement for our team right now. You know, right now, you might be right. Jackson rolling right. And so in that conversation, I actually, this past season, I was a huge fan of Shane Steichen, the former Eagles offensive coordinator, who's now the head coach of the Colts. I would have loved Steichen as our offense or our head coach. There's also been a lot of talk, can Baltimore or will Steve Biscotti pay either Mike McDonald or Todd Monken to be a head coach in waiting? I think Todd Monken would not take the job, but Mike McDonald might be interested in it. And I would absolutely love that. But Baltimore needs to be able to maintain an offensive identity as long as we have Lamar Jackson under contract. And until we have a head coach that brings his scheme to Baltimore, it's going to be a little hard. And Beckham with a huge catch over the middle. Another first down. And with 3 minutes, the Ravens are pushing towards the red zone. Let's go, Ravens. Welcome in, Sammy. 1st and 10, ball on the 25-yard line of the Rams. Lamar going for it all. Oh, excuse me. And incomplete there. OBJ, the intended target, but ball just super overthrown. John Halinda says Chiefs are washed up, LOL. I mean, not entirely, but I will admit there's, if I have to choose, if ever we ever get rid of Harbaugh, I want a very offensive-minded head coach. I want someone that has a lot of play calling experience as an offensive coordinator and that can keep a steady identity for offense in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson. I think the ability to find better defensive coordinators is easier, and we just have a good history of it. And Aguilar with a catch, and he's out of bounds off the left side, bringing up a 3rd and short here with 2:44 on the clock. Dude says we have to win this if we don't have to go shoot a squirrel. No! You heard it, Raven Flock. We have to win to save the squirrel. Don't let the innocent squirrel be hurt. Corey Bagley says, what do the Ravens need to go to the playoffs? Honestly, we need better outside run defense and more edge presence from our rushers other than Jadeveon Clowney. David Ajabo and Odafe Owe were supposed to be that outside presence on the Ravens defense, and they just haven't been this year. And Aguilar with the catch, and that's another first down. The Ravens are in the red zone with 2:35 on the clock, and Lamar going to keep it on a no huddle here. And Alexander says, get rid of John Harbaugh. I know, man. John's had really 2 bad game decisions on the clock. The no timeout call before the first half, and then also the whatever challenge flag that was. Horrible calls. Horrible. 1st and 10. But let me mind you this. I would love to have conversations with John Harbaugh and see how open he is to criticism and changing. That is the true test of a good leader. And Ravens, I think, 2-minute warning. So with that 2-minute warning, 1st and 10, and we'll come back after the break here. But my thing is this. I explain this to people in leadership and management, and I try to tell this to people when I'm coaching and counseling them in management. There is no place in the world, no job, no house, no apartment, nothing in this world that you will ever find a complete absence of problems. So I try to coach people that the problems that are at somewhere don't necessarily dictate and tell the full story. I believe the lack of problems does not necessitate excellence. The ability to adapt and fix problems, how you respond to the problem, is what I feel is the true mark of good leadership and management. You know what I'm saying? And I think that just needs to be stressed more and more just in everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh my God, can you believe my complex has this issue? Well, have you talked to them? Have you maybe discussed a potential solution in a calm and rationally and emotionally empathetic, understanding manner? And when you get to the boil of it, most of the time the answer is no. So sorry to talk a little bit of life there. I'm just relaying some of my leadership and management experience and what I've been through in my life to y'all. For also those that don't know, you could almost make a Disney story about me and my girlfriend. We actually both met working as YMCA youth counselors. Basically, she worked with the kids 7 and under. I convinced the child development director to open up a second room because we had too many kids in one room, and basically saying, I would do these extra duties and all this extra stuff. And if we didn't meet certain requirements, for the YMCA, then, we would close the room, but give me a trial. And of course the trial worked out. So I was in charge of the 7 and up and she was in charge of 7 and under. And we've been together for over 7 years now. It's like a Disney story. And when I left the YMCA, I had a sit down meeting with the COO and CEO. Let's just say this. I didn't get anywhere. I went to the board of directors. The CEO was allowed to retire. The CCO was fired. The child development director was gone. Site director gone. They cleared house after I went to the board of directors about some of the issues. One of my meetings, he was like, yeah, let's have a meeting. And I was like, you're going to need a pen and paper. And we were in there for 3 hours discussing how to fix the YMCA for those kids, because you mistreat kids, bro. Whoo. You're not going to meet the nice Levi anymore. Keaton Mitchell with a sweet play and tackled for a loss. Going to bring up a 2nd and 11 here. Sorry, I'm catching up here on the chat, guys. Hey, okay, sorry. I'm missing plays. My apologies. We'll get back to it. 2nd and 11. I tried to tell all y'all at the beginning of this chat, guys, do not sleep on this Rams team. 2nd and 11, 1:52 in the clock. The Ravens are the worst team in the NFL point differential in the 4th quarter, looking to buck that trend here with this game. Ball on the 15-yard line. Lamar, pretty good pocket, having to step up and gets the ball away, but incomplete. Going to be a 3rd and 11 now with 1:45. Rams are trying to argue it's a sack or fumble, but it's definitely not a fumble. Is it a sack, though? Let's watch the knee here. No. Oh, that's tough. Lamar's knees are on top of the Rams' hands. So I think they're going to rule it actually as a sack on the play. And they are going to review it, so give us a minute, guys. Sorry, they're probably going to cut to commercial here. But I can't tell if Lamar got rid of that ball or if he's down by a sack. The real difference is going to be the continuation of the clock if it is a sack. Ravens are 15 yards away from the end zone now on a 3rd and 11. We're still waiting on the review call, though. So they're going to rule it an incomplete forward pass, I think. Okay, so they're actually ruling it initially sack and down, but being that it's under 2 minutes, we will get a review. KTM Jayski says, let's go. I had my money on the Rams. Oh, come on, man. You got to choose us. But I totally get it. The Rams on their scoring potential the past 3 games on a 3-game win streak. Honestly, if you were going to pick an undercard this week, the Rams might have been a great pick, to be honest with you. So no hate on that. And exactly, John Harbaugh was a special team coach under Andy Reid. And he had one of the worst special teams that year. Yep. And come on, man. We've seen this enough. Give us a ruling. Everyone just wants this game to continue, but we're still in review. West Side said joining us in and says, let's go Rams. TT Lit says, my heart is beating so fast right now. I know this is so critical right now. Carmela Chambers says, how far is the Ravens from a touchdown? They're still about 15 yards away. We're just still waiting on this review, basically. 15 yards, and it's about a third. And let's hear. Hold on. We're about to get the call officially. Why does he look like he doesn't want to make this call talking to those two refs right there? He's like, yeah, we're probably about to get booed here. Marco, if that's for fantasy football, man, if it's for parlay, I wish you the best, my guy. Let's go. So I think they're officially going to rule it a sack on the play. Clock will wind on the start of the whistle from the ref. So now they're back at the 21-yard line. So 3rd and 17. Ravens need a big play here with 1:25 left on the clock. They can't settle for a field goal. So this is 4 down territory for Lamar. Lamar going, got him, man! Insane! Touchdown, Ravens! Initial call is a touchdown, but they're saying, wait, the ball bounced out when he hit the ground. And with that, Zay comes up with a clutch 21-yard touchdown. And yet that's a football move. He's still in possession. That's a catch. Let's go, Ravens! And Baltimore is going to go for a 2-point conversion to try to make this a 3-point lead. Lamar trying to tell him, get set. Get set. He's trying to make play call adjustments, and he can't do that if you're not set. Jackson rolling out right. Got a man. Let's go insane for the 2-point. And with that, the Ravens are going to take a 3-point lead with 1:16 on the clock. Let's go. Hey, dude, y'all be saying we won. It's way too quick. They still got like a minute, man. It ain't over till it's over. Remember the Colts. Remember the Colts. Is that the Ravens fan like call instead of like remember the Alamo? It's like remember the Colts. Just like the Falcons are always like remember the Patriots. Let's go. I'm sorry if my TV's moving slow. Probably my low FPS. I actually slowed down my FPS and everything output-wise to try to increase the quality of the stream and ensure that I was not dropping any frames. I'm using about 11.6 CPU usage, so it seems to be working pretty well. But it would be really nice to up the stream to a 60 FPS just to provide a better thing. I believe the Ravens have 1 timeout. Juan Sawanda Gray, and the Rams, if I'm not mistaken, should have 2 timeouts. Very good question, Sawan. Is it Sawan or Sawandi? But minute 16 on the clock as Tucker gets ready to put this ball back through the end zone. And here comes the Ravens defense. Just got to keep him out of field goal range with 1:16. I'm sorry, and both teams officially do have 2 timeouts. Exactly. We lost to them on their playoff run or their Super Bowl run. It's time for them to lose to us on our Super Bowl run. Dude says, I might actually not have to go shoot a squirrel. I'm glad. Go shoot a Chinese spy balloon instead. First and 10. Stafford dropping back. Almost gets strip sacked and ball hits the dirt. 2nd and 10. 1:12 on the clock. West Side. Oh, don't you be saying that, West Side. I can't even say your comment out loud. I don't want to jinx it. Zay dapping up the boys on the sideline. 1:12. 2nd and 10. Stafford's got a man wide open on the left side, and it looked like Marlon Humphrey tripped. And DeMarcus Robinson has a huge first down on the left side, out of bounds with 105. And you can see Marlon kind of, fuck. Let's watch this. Oh, and Marlon just accidentally trips on the play. And, oh, 1st and 10, ball on the 45. Stafford going deep. Oh my God, Cooper Kupp's got at the 19 or 21-yard line of the Ravens. And just like that, the Rams are in red zone. Oh my God, just an out and up from Cooper Kupp, and Marlon Humphrey just got beat again on the play. What is going on with Marlon? What is going on? That's 2 plays on Marlon Humphrey deep. And with that, the Rams are going to take their their second timeout, leaving them 1 left with 44 seconds on the clock. Oh my God. We might be headed to overtime, guys. And like they're saying right here, Joe Davis on NFL on Fox says, with the kicker situation of the Rams, they do not want to end up in a long distance field goal situation right here. Oh my gosh. Phil says, or Logan says, dude, leave the squirrels alone. Oh my God. 1st and 10. Ball officially at the 22-yard line of the Ravens, just outside the red zone. Stafford dropping back. Short man, that's his tight end, Allen. And that's a gain of maybe about 4 or 5 on the play. And, of course, Rams in a no huddle here. 30 seconds on the clock and ticking. They've got 1 timeout to stop it for the field goal. Ravens just have to make sure they don't give away the touchdown here. Stafford going for it. Humphrey! Intercept! No! Did he drop it? Humphrey drops the game-ending interception in the end zone. He was there and waiting. Oh, my God. DeMarcus Robinson trying to get that ball, but Humphrey does a great job in coverage. Looked like he was already waiting for that ball, basically. Oh, great job by DeMarcus Robinson to keep pulling at his hands as he came down for the Rams to make sure Marlon doesn't get that. Oh, my God. 3rd and 6 now for the Rams. 15 seconds. Oh, and they're not going to get a playoff. Oh, no. And that's going to be a delay of game on the Rams. Back them up 5 yards. So going to bring up now 4th and 11. Oh, no, they used their final timeout. Ooh, that's even more critical. So on the 3rd and 6, the Rams have used their final timeout. Meaning, if their play takes too long and they stay in bounds, they will not have time to get the kickoff. Honestly, if they go down in bounds now, they cannot stop the clock. And I don't know if the field goal team can get out there fast enough. Ravens just have to play end zone and out of bounds, and Sean McVay shaking his head knowing that he just lost. His chance of winning the game probably dropped about 20% just right there in that one penalty. 3rd and 6, big play here for the Rams. And Ravens are going to take a timeout. That's a good timeout by John Harbaugh, actually. Having 2 timeouts for the Ravens, definitely take the timeout. Let your defense get that extra breather. They look like they're still trying to get their breath. And it looks like somebody's having a talk with Odafe saying, bro, you got to go get this. This is your moment to shine. Oh, man, the game cast ruined for me. They're going to kick a field goal. Oh, and that's sometimes why I don't like the game cast. I look over and it ruins it for me slightly. All right, but with that, it looks like the Rams are going to kick a field goal. And with that, guys, we're headed to overtime. Officially, there's 16 seconds, but I'm sorry, Gamecast ruined it for me. I'm guessing this is going to be an incomplete pass. Stafford drops back, throws deep left, and honestly, uncatchable ball. Could have been potential pass interference, but that was definitely an uncatchable ball. Rams were trying to get a favorable call with that one, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, actually, that's good hand fighting a little bit. Technically, Demarcus Robinson's the one with his hands on Arthur Mullet first and then gets in there. So I think that's a good no call. And with 11 seconds, a 36-yard field goal attempt to send us into overtime. Oh, just inside the right upright. And with that, guys, we're headed to OT. My God, and thank you for the subscribe. I just missed who it was. I'm so Big Rog 007. Thank you for the subscription, my guy. Oh my gosh. I really hope the Ravens win the coin toss. Like y'all, some of y'all are saying in chat, it might be a good for us to, if we can get a touchdown, just put this game away. But let's go Ravens. And for all of y'all in the chat that were saying, oh, Ravens won, I tried to tell y'all to relax, to chill. You got to be modest. You got to be humble. You know what I'm saying? Be humble in your victories. Be modest in your defeats. That's all I got to say, you know? And, you know, I hate to bring it back to this, guys, but that not having the extra timeout due to throwing the challenge flag. Could have used that timeout earlier for the defense on this drive. Not using the timeout for the second half potentially resulted in a loss of points for the Ravens. And look at the score. I know it's easy to say, you know, we could have done this, we could have done that. But that was clock mismanagement by John Harbaugh in the first half, right before halftime, was something a lot of y'all agreed with me with here in the chat. And again, points are points. You know what I'm saying? Like, and definitely the Ravens have missed some opportunities. Some of those deep balls where Lamar was just off by that much, you know, I'm just saying, like, we could have had this game, but don't discount the Rams. They are still a very good football team, and the young rookies are growing. But with that, we're getting ready here for overtime, guys. Are y'all excited about it? Let me know, chat. Say it one word. Who's your MVP for the NFL season? Not for the Ravens, but for the season, for the NFL. Let me know, guys. Honestly, I think if Tyreek Hill breaks 2K yards, there's no argument there. And we're getting ready for the coin toss here. Now, remember, both teams get 2 timeouts. All replays are done by the booth. Harbaugh, don't be trying to throw a challenge flag. And both teams have a chance to possess the ball unless one team scores a touchdown or gets a safety. Pardon me 1 second, guys. I slid off camera here. I'm going to take a little dab. This overtime's got me in my feels. Let's see. Coin toss. And Rams choose heads. Ravens get tails. Ravens will get the ball first. Let's go. And if you don't know, tails never fails. Excuse me. Pardon me, guys. What the fuck? No, that's not working. We're going to not do that. Give me 1 sec, guys. BRB. Apologize about that, y'all. Oh. All right, back. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I know we need all the support, guys, for the Ravens flock here. And you know what? I've actually believed Jason Dan says, you know, sometimes you got to speak it into existence. I could support that a little bit. Cameron Cole says, how the opposing team get to choose heads or tails, though? It's always the home team. I thought it was always the away team because the home team has advantage, but I wonder if it's up to the team. More than the tip says, damn, what happened? The Rams, like I said, you can't disrespect the Rams on a 3-game win streak, outscoring their opponents 73-33. No disrespect to Rams, man. Junling Jia, boo Rams. Hey, I know, right? Ravens play up to good opponents and down to not good opponents, says Pinicky. And I agree. It's something actually we talk about a lot in Ravens flock. The Ravens truly do play to their opponents' levels. And it's why I usually tell people I like when Pittsburgh is doing well. Because I have this weird belief when Pittsburgh is doing well, Baltimore does well. Iron sharpens iron, and I think they help with that. I also had to clear my nose, guys, so my apologies. And welcome in, Ravens flock. Tyler says Christian McCaffrey for MVP. That's definitely understandable. Like I said, if Tyreek hits 2K, though, I think it's, man. Harbaugh didn't cost this Ravens the game if they lose, just saying, says Chad Mears. And I agree. One mistake, two mistakes that minor, you know, it could have cost the game, but there's a lot of other things to look at. You know what I'm saying? Look at Lamar having a day, 24 of 41 for 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And of course, if you take away the bad interception by Lamar, okay, different game. If you nail some of those other deep throws, different game. There's lots of different things we could look at, you know. The run defense for Baltimore on the outside has been suspect. But all right, let's get to this overtime game. 1st and 10. Strong formation for the Ravens. That's going to be Keaton Mitchell, handoff going right. And sheds the first man, carries another, and that's a gain of maybe about 4 on the play. And that's something we talked about earlier, that the Ravens are actually right now one of the worst teams in the NFL in fourth quarter point differential, which is not a good stat to have usually. Luke, this game's close because people underestimate the Rams fans. Or Rams team, honestly. It's exactly what it is. 2nd and 6. Aguilar, the man in motion. Lamar got a pretty good pocket. Oh, he's going deep. He's got OBJ, and a bad throw by Lamar, just way too deep. And it's one of those ones. So for those that are watching, the safety that was over top of OBJ, even though he had OBJ beat, he was beat inside. If you throw that ball more to the outside, you can give it to OBJ like cleanly. And Aaron Donald getting a little bit of shove on Lamar there, just relentless on today. I know. Come on, Ravens. We need something here. 3rd and 6. Yep, and Robinson is the ex-Raven. You are correct, Alexander. 3rd and 6. Zay, the man in motion. Got a man on the sideline. And 3 and out for the Ravens, as it seemed like Isaiah Likely and Lamar weren't on the same page on that out route. Maybe he was supposed to run it a little shorter, closer to the stick. But I wish we get a replay of that one. Tremaine Allen says how to watch. I mean, you gotta search it through. You gotta know some sites. You know what I'm saying? And punt out. Oh, and Trammell's gonna fumble it again, and could have had a good return, and instead gets leveled at the 23-yard line. And with that, Stafford and the Rams offense is going to be coming out here. As for watching the game, guys, I'm illegally pirating it myself. So, I probably shouldn't be saying where that is on stream. I'm not trying to get their stream shut down too. But I'm poor like y'all. I don't have a way to watch it, really. So, Baby Gray says, as a Rams fan, this is the best game of the season so far, win or lose. And, baby, I'm glad you feel that way because, honestly, this is a good game. You got to respect all the plays that both sides have made, and that I think the game calling by McVay has been outstanding. I think the Ravens have got a little lucky in the miscommunications of the Rams secondary. Kyrie Williams run up the middle. He's still going, and that's probably a gain of about 6 on the play. Easy Money says, no, us signing Crosby and our kicker still gets to kick the game-winning field goal. Let's go, Rams. I know I noticed earlier that Mason Crosby was missing or on the inactive report today, but I think Quentin Lake for the Rams defense has actually been a big miss. It seems like you're having some communication issues on the secondary, and I wonder if that's because Quentin Lake's not back there for your Rams. 2nd and 4, 8:20 here in overtime. 12 style personnel for the Rams. Play action. Stafford looks and throws over Williams. Could have been a pick 6, but a missed opportunity for the Ravens defense. 3rd and 4 here. Ravens need to come up with a big stop. Carmela Chambers says, if Ravens lose, I will tell my crush I like her. Oh, why you gotta put that on me, Carmela, like that? It's like, I want you to tell you how to express your feelings, but I don't want my Ravens to lose. 3rd and 4. Come on, Ravens. Make some noise. Rams look like they're bringing, or Ravens look like they're bringing the blitz. They didn't. Oh, and let's go. It's a delay of game on the Rams. Back them up 5. Going to be a 3rd and 9, and McVay is losing it on the sideline right now. That was definitely a curse word for the younger audience. And Stafford trying to tell his center, snap the ball. He's clapping at him, tell him to snap it. The noise here in M&T might be having a play on that. 3rd and 9. Let's see if the Ravens bring a blitz. It looks like they might. Double A gap. They back out. Only bring 4. Good pressure, though. Sidearm and it's dropped. Let's go! And punt team's coming out for the Rams on a 4th and 9. Good stop by the Ravens defense. We're back and forth in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. No, I got to cut off the game cast. Hold up. The game cast just ruined the game for me. What just happened? Hold on. I had to get rid of the game cast, guys. I just saw something on the game cast and I took it off. I took it away. I don't want to ruin it. Oh my God. Here we go. 8 minutes left. 4th and 9. Punt is away. Tylan Wallace back for the return this time instead of Duvernay. Makes a man miss. He's up the left sideline. He's got space. Still on his feet. Tylan Wallace. Punt return for a touchdown. I called it during Pato's preview time show. I said I wouldn't be surprised to see a special teams play in this game with the rain. And Tylan Wallace taking over the punt team duties for the Ravens, takes it back. Ravens win. I'm on my knees, guys. Let's go. What a way to end a game. Devin Duvernay hurt. Turns over the punt, returns to Tylan Wallace. And if y'all are new to this channel, I have been critiquing Devin Duvernay's punt returning this year. They put Tylan Wallace in, and let's see. There we go. Give Tylan Wallace the punt return duties. Please and thank you. Open shut case. What a game, guys. Oh, my God. Oh, I appreciate every single one of y'all, by the way, for coming in here and joining us today. And don't forget, look at my Simpsons meme here. But really, we had a good time watching football with you. If you had a good time here with me on Darwin's Raven, a.k.a. D-Rave, a.k.a. Levi, whatever you want to call me, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button before you head out today. Rams had a great game. Ravens just had a little bit of a better game. Lamar balled out. I mean, just overall great game by everyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go drink a beer. Hey, thank you, Parum, for the subscription. I'm about to go probably look at my whiskey like this Toronto Blue Jay baby's looking at this beer right now. I hope every single one of y'all gets to enjoy the rest of your weekend. I think I am going to end the stream, Chambers. We had a pretty good stream. My throat's starting to get a little coarse. I don't know. Hold on. Let me take a look at the other games across the NFL as well. But I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming in and joining us right now. Let's see if there's any good games still close. Jacksonville Jaguars Brown game's kind of close. Seahawks Niner game just started. Chiefs Bills are playing. Broncos Chargers. You know what, guys? I think I might be done for right now, but I don't know. I'm eyeballing that Eagles-Cowboys game a little bit. I haven't watched enough of the Eagles-Cowboys this season. So, if you enjoyed it, maybe come back for the Eagles-Cowboys. Of course, we'll be here every Sunday for the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to be trying to do a lot more content across the board. Oh, I should update the scoreboard. You're right. Let me get that sweet justice here. Oh, man, that was such a good game, guys. I know I need that mirror behind me so y'all can watch it with me. Oh my gosh. But I appreciate y'all again. It's been an absolute blast. I know I'm shaking. If y'all don't know, like I said, I've been a little critical lately. I've even got it in my notes here, guys, that I feel like Devin Duvernay hasn't been returning the ball on punts with that same intensity that he used to. Hey, thank you, Moro Cabrajos, for the subscribe. But I feel like he hasn't been returning the ball with that intensity that he used to, And Tylan Wallace came in and showed, hey, bro, if you're not going to do it, I will. And, gosh. Clay Davis says, hell no, this game was not rigged, bro. Easy Money says it's rigged. Most Hated says rigged, no doubt. Hey, it was a good game. The Ravens got lucky, like I said. If you're a Rams fan, you had some miscommunications in your secondary. Looked like the Ravens before they got Mike McDonald. There was too many wide receivers running wide open. OBJ killed his guy on that slow go, the slant and go. You just got to give credit to OBJ on that one. Anyone saying he's washed, didn't just watch him do a slow go on a starting corner and take it all the way, basically. I know I'm kicking myself in the butt because I forgot to change my fantasy football lineup, and I have Lamar Jackson. So, hey, and the most points the defense gave up, like Alexander pointed it out. But again, give all the credit to Sean McVay and the offense that he runs and designs. We talked about it several times in the stream. When Kyrie Williams, Puka Nacua, and Cupper on the field, that offense is averaging 6.9 yards a play. Honestly, if that and when I was previewing this game with Payo Time, the LA Rams fan, we did earlier this week, I said if that defense could solidify up a little more, especially on the back end, that Rams team would be legit contenders in the AFC again. No doubt about it. And I actually hope for Rams fans that your team gets it done here in the offseason. Maybe if you stick around in the offseason, I'd like to do a series called The Offseason Plan, where I actually play the GM of various teams that are usually requested by my subscribers. Everything from salary cap work to trade work to draft. And maybe the Rams will be a part of it because I love my boy Payo. But all right, guys, with that, I'm going to end the stream for today as my viewers are dropping off. I greatly appreciate every single one of you for joining me today. Please come back, join me either tonight or next week. Whichever I do, like I said, I'm going to be trying to do more content here in the future. Have a blessed day. I hope no one gets hurt. I hope everyone's team wins other than Ram fans. I'm sorry for the loss. And I hope everyone wins their fantasy football games. With that, it's your boy DarwinsRaven, a.k.a. D-Rave, a.k.a. Levi.